I would consider 2016 Doom to be one of my escapism games, because like that the reasons you described your love of Souls games is why I like that version of Doom, because it's like I just want to be in hell and I want to.
I have so much left to do, Jorge. Oh my god.
Yeah, Momocon, huh? It's stressing me out too.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fun. I just have a lot left to go. I gotta pack, I gotta get my inventory ready. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. And I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this modest original Xbox collection.
Tell me about your modest and demure Xbox.
I like demure. Demure's kind of a sexy word, if you ask me. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been getting into OG Xbox because having both the 360 and the Series X kind of opens up quite a bit of the library for original Xbox. So I got myself a few of them. You know, I'm trying not to spend too much. Pro tip, you want to game collect online? Find every make offer eBay option and just lowball the fuck out of it.
I guess it's like swiping left or whatever on all the dating apps.
I'm serious. You will get hits. Some people just want to get rid of their shit. You will get hits. Now, granted, you will be a humongous asshole, which I probably am, and I apologize to every seller I've dealt with. Oh my god, this is really funny. I've had people re-offer higher than the original amount, and I can tell that's them saying go fuck yourself. And then after that I'm like, all right, we're done. It's really funny.
You just put the number in and then just leave. Like, it's fine. If they say no, then
it's all. I'll take a no, honestly. Like, it's better than that. But I will say it did give me a laugh. Like, I had a good one out of that. So I got. Look at this. Well, I'm not gonna go over all of them.
No, just give me the highlights. What you got?
I'll give you the highlights. I got Outrun 2 on original Xbox. Is one of the coolest games you're gonna play on that, and it's 360 compatible, so you don't need to get an original Xbox. Genma Onimusha. Did you know they made a subsistence version of Onimusha for the Xbox?
Original?
Yeah, like Xbox only, and to this day the remasters for Onimusha do not have the Xbox content on them from Genma. Yeah, so that's a cool one too.
Okay. You know what? I don't know. I think I've only played 3 of the Onimushas, which I know is a bit different from 1 and 2.
That's still probably one of the good ones, though.
It's really good. It's got that French guy with the whip.
It has Jean Reno. The only thing I'll say is that like later Onimusha goes more Devil May Cry. Like, it's more action.
I know the first 2 are much more RE, but with
it's like Resident Evil with like samurai and like dead dudes and shit. Well, I guess Resident Evil already does have that, but it's also it exists during that time where like adventure games and action games were kind of one and the same, and they just feel really robust because of that. They don't do that anymore. Like now it kind of leans either or, but I do miss that of that generation. Is one of the things I'm most nostalgic over, is like how action adventure hybrid games were so common, but also like working to do some really interesting things, like have that ambiance that like Ocarina of Time has, plus the combat of like a God of War, and then put those two together and just make them better. I feel like I really miss that type of game. You don't really get that as much anymore.
Nah, but okay, what else you got?
Oh, I got Fable because I never played it.
Fable.
Yeah. I started it up just to test it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of being nice. I want to be a bad kid. And then I started like punching chickens and shit.
Yeah, punching chickens, you fart on people. It's great.
Oh, I forgot you could fart on that game. That's the thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then I got Blinx, the time
sweeping cat.
The time sweeping cat. So did you know Blinx is a Japanese developed game? Really? I did not know this. Yeah, it was made specifically to bring in more Japanese players to the Xbox. And it's made by oh god, I forgot the developer because they kind of, I don't think they exist anymore. Artoon, which funny enough helped develop a lot of wrestling games up until that became more
Japanese studio. You say?
Yes.
No, that couldn't happen.
No. Listen. Like American wrestling games.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah, no. See, now you get it. like WWE shit. I'm talking about, like not even. Yeah. Let me look this up.
I mean, I guess they all like wrestling all the same. So,
of course, it's wrestling is one of those interestingly universal things in terms of culture.
We all like sweating and hitting, I guess.
Oh wait, no, I totally got my shit wrong, bro. They didn't do shit. No, the one I was thinking of, Outrun, what they did work on was Blue Dragon. That's the one I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, Outrun worked with Miss Walker on Blue Dragon. Wait, now I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking then?
Welcome to Brain Lords, Video Games of the Mind, a panel discussion between artists and the art they love. I'm your host, Kyle. I go by Cute Monster Props, and I'm an SFX artist for the video games industry. I work at Vulpin Props, making trophies for major esports tournaments, as well as life-size items, weapons, and characters from your favorite video games. With me, as always, is my co-host, Jorge. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, how you doing? I apologize to all the wrestling fans out there that just heard me get this shit wrong.
Yeah, you're gonna have to interject like way later into the podcast with the correct answer.
Oh, trust me, I'll interrupt something very important you're saying and be like, "Wait, Kyle, I have a fact that I got wrong, and I have to correct myself."
Last 4 digits of my social security.
All right, hello, I'm Jorge. I'm part-time co-host and full-time illustrator, graphic designer, currently working with my friends at Fangamer, making video game merchandise and publishing your favorite indie games. We just launched a bunch of Silksong stuff, actually.
Silksong stuff.
Yeah, we got a shirt and a pin. The pin is like the Hornet doing the umbrella thing.
I like that. The little legs dangled. It's fun.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I was gonna mention and immediately forgot as I opened my mouth just now. Arctic Eggs. Yeah, we did some Arctic Eggs shit.
Oh yeah, I love that game.
Listen, this frying pan keychain. I gotta shout out Audrey. This is incredible. I saw this. I didn't even know we were working on this. I saw this in our video featuring my friend and coworker Zeon. And I was like, that is so cool. Holy crap. They made it work somehow. But
did you have you played that game yet?
No, you're the guy.
I'm the Arctic Eggs enjoyer. No, it's great. It's great. It's not very long too. I would recommend it, honestly. In fact, I would recommend it as a very comforting game, because today's topic is our need for comforting games. To quote an ancient proverb, everything happens so much. Between bouts of doom scrolling and balancing the checkbook on groceries, wait, do people still do that? It's easy to think of games less as art and more of an escape. What are the qualifiers of the most tried and true comforting games? And why do so many people find comfort in games like Silent Hill 2, Dark Souls, and Death Stranding? This week on Brain Lords, put your pajama bottoms on and cuddle up on the couch, because we're getting comfy.
Bananas and pajamas. They probably don't play games. I don't know. Okay, hey. Did you know Ukes is the company that Osaka-based company that worked on a shit ton of WWF games. Okay, there you go. Thank WWE. You. And I corrected myself. They also worked on Rumble Roses, actually.
Oh, hey.
And one of my favorite games, a personal favorite of mine, Evil Zone.
have we come around on Rumble Roses yet? I'm going to derail the podcast.
The real ones were always like cool with that shit. Like, I don't know. It was cool. It was.
I like the main character. Her design is very simple. It's just the red. I don't know. It's great.
Yeah, she's like characters. Oh, also, you know what else? You know what else Ukes did? The Berserk game on Dreamcast, which is actually canon. If you've never played Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage, that was a Kentaro Miura written Berserk game and composed by Susumu Hirasawa. I'm glad I got to talk about this.
Jorge, who's the best Rumble Roses character?
You're catching me off guard. I'm a fake Rumble Roses fan.
A wiki. I'm looking at the characters right now. We're going to determine this.
Can I just have like a picture of all of them? Hold up.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll give you. Here.
Wait, no, yeah. Send me that wiki. I'll go through them.
This is important. Nothing matters more right now than us determining who's the cutest Rose's character.
Yeah, wrestler women are a comfort too. So let's. Okay,
Yeah.
this one's called Rowdy Reiko, which is cool. Oh wait, is she supposed to be like? Oh, she's like the. Is she like the bad girl? Oh, if Reiko loses the champion's title, she becomes Rowdy Reiko. Is this like her Hollywood Hogan thing?
Oh, this is like her. Oh, this is when she's like crashing out.
Oh no, I didn't know that, dude.
I don't know, man. See, this game's got some stuff going on.
It's got some
cool.
like kayfabe going on. I'm telling you, this stuff is good. So yeah. I don't know if this was this kind of like shit on when it came out or something? I
think it
really
was
there
more
for that.
just people were embarrassed about it, and it became kind of a punching bag in an era of extreme beach volleyball. Which, let me be clear, like it was a very leering era of video gaming.
But even
like,
beach volleyball, like people need to come around that one too. Like I don't know, was it that bad? Was it really?
Again,
worth
I think
getting
it was
upset
like
about?
peak Spike TV era of video gaming.
Oh, maybe we associated all that shit with like the problematic stuff too, right? Like, maybe that's what it was. Okay, I found my favorite.
Yeah,
she's amazing. She's like,
what is it?
A badass looking nurse. Her top is completely open, and her name is Anesthesia.
Yeah, I saw that one.
This is some wrestling shit. I love it.
She's cool. I like Mistress because she's got a cool eye patch.
Hang on, Mistress. Going down to the AM. Oh yeah, I saw her, but I don't know. She needs a little more. She needs a little more than the corset. I do like the waist high thong, but I don't know.
I'm gonna say my favorite is Evil Rose because she's got a cool stocking with a rose wrapping up it. She's got this funny little devil outfit, and she reminds me of a character from Kick Heart.
Okay, she's cool. Evil Rose.
All right.
Yo, girl, her titty gonna fly out. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know what about. All right, we have now officially determined Brainlord's official top Rumble Rose characters. Moving on to the rest of the episode. Remember how I said this is going to be a short episode?
It never is, dude.
No. That's fun, though. That's fun. Everyone, listeners at home, commenters, shout out. Who's your favorite Rumble Rose character?
Oh, yeah. Comment, please. Oh, hey. Yeah. I'll plug the YouTube channel now. Hey, if you're listening to this, leave a comment in the comments. It makes the algorithm happy.
It makes me happy. I don't care about the algorithm.
Yeah, I think people leave cool comments in our videos, even the nasty ones. I'm just like, wow, people listen to our show? What?
All right, so we're talking about... Yeah, no, this is good. You know why? Because everything sucks right now. It's bad. I'm tired all the time. It's busy. The news is awful. It sucks being on the internet. And I'm just trying to play some games, but I'm too brain fried to enjoy anything. I can't sit down for like artsy games. It's hard. So we're going to talk about games that give us comfort when times are low, when money is tight, when you're going through like transitionary periods in your life.
Yeah, during our lowest moments, we sometimes turn to games to feel better, just for a moment, tiny little bit. Now, I guess we'll talk about that in our first topic, actually.
Why don't we go to our first topic, Jorge? You are correct, and that is what makes a game good at escapism is comfort at odds with realism.
I think the best escapism games are the ones where you can run away, like Final Fantasy. You know, you push the shoulder buttons and the little.
I don't like when you run away. Actually, I don't like the runaway mechanics where you just hold the shoulder buttons and you just kind of deedle on the screen.
You should just push a button and then everyone runs.
I just want to because it makes me feel like there's no like feedback. If there were like a meter building up or something, and it would like either like go like and you'd run or like or something, but like I think it's because my little legs are scooting and nothing's happening, and it makes me feel like I did something very, very wrong.
Well, the funny thing is, Kyle, there is a meter, and it's called the ATB system.
I know, and they're whacking me while I'm trying to run.
Yo, what those monsters doing to you?
I don't know. I just want to hit a button.
You. All right,
I want to tell the game formally I'm running. So yes.
No, real shit. Okay. Escapism. Yeah. What makes a game good at escapism? Is comfort at odds with realism? This is a good question because like sometimes I do feel like escapism gets used maybe too profound of a word for what it might actually be the case for most people, which is they just want to turn your brain off. That's kind of what people mean when they say escapism.
No, and that was literally what I was about to get to, is like, I feel like the kind of the tried and true thing that people go to for like what is your comfort game is the turn your brain off game. And I think there's more to it than that. I mean, yes,
there's more to it than that. And also I have something to counter that, like an argument against it too, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, and also like it's turn your brain off, and then it's escapism. It's, you know, whether it's power fantasies, whether it's some form of control. So like I wrote down here, you know, just in terms of like literal realism versus like fantasy, you know, a lot of people have comfort games that are things like Forza Horizon, which is a bit of a fantasy in that you'll never get to drive those cars around streets in Japan like
You're
that.
describing me. God, I love the I think the one before Japan, I think was Mexico. I fucking love that game. Forza, I think it was Forza 5.
Oh, there's so many K-Vans too in the new one, apparently. My boss is stoked. But yeah, so like there, you know, that's obviously a bit of a fantasy, but it's a more real life thing. But you know, we're also talking about games like PowerWash Simulator is a very mundane task, but I think like people love that game because it's I don't know, it's comforting. It's like the stakes are low. It's very hangoutable. Like I remember just watching you play that. I wasn't even playing it. I was watching you play it, and it was like a wonderful screensaver. And I'd be like, "Hey, get that over there," and you'd shoot the slide, and I'd be like, turn the wide spray on, and I'd watch you turn the wide spray on, and you clean that slide, and you know what is great.
Yeah, for a while that was like when me and my friends got together, my college friends, we would play that one just because it's like the video game equivalent of drinking beer. Like you're just sitting there and doing nothing, but it's enough to distract like the other parts of your brain that you don't need to have a conversation with. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good ADD game for that reason.
So, I was trying to kind of, in my head, on my morning commute, I was boiling down in my head, like, what makes a game comforting? I think it's a couple of things. It's like, I think the tasks that you're ultimately doing are simple. It's not like a very high effort, like combo heavy, like intricate strategy. Maybe if you're very familiar with that, or if you have the muscle memory built up, yeah, that's different. But on just, I feel like for everyone's like generally speaking, their favorite comfort games, the things that you're doing are relatively simple. Even if the game might be harsh, running from a monster is still ultimately just moving a stick away usually,
Okay. That's something I'll get to later, but I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah, so I think it's asking for simple tasks. And I think the biggest thing on what makes a game comfortable is a sense of control. And if anything, that might be the thing that is at the most odds with reality. Like, I don't think the escapism is necessarily fantasy. I think it's just like, I can survive, I can drive around how I want. I can clean this thing. Like, I can accomplish this little task. Like, there's a very tangible, like, problem to solve that, like, it gives you a sense of, like, completion over.
I think that's the issue I have with the term escapism when it's used as a, like, turn your brain off. Because I actually hate that term, too, turn your brain off, because I don't think that's... Yeah. At least for me,
like I know what people are saying, but like I said, I think there's more to it than that.
Exactly, it means so much. It can mean so many things. Escapism, like you said, could either be like perform a repeated task that gives you comfort, or that has like the routine built into your life where you can expect something and therefore have like rest for that moment. But it also can mean what you just said, like oh my God. What did you just say?
I said that Evil Rose is the best Rumble Rose.
No, it's euthanasia. I can't even pronounce her name. How could I be her fan? No, it's what you were saying. Like, escapism can also be like the power fantasy. That was it. Yes. Escapism doesn't necessarily have to be something you completely are disengaged with. It, in fact, is the opposite. You are engaging with it. It is something that is providing you with an alternative to like the reality of your life, which is you have no control, and you turn that around and engage with something that gives you all the control. And that's what, to some people, escapism means.
You want to know one of my favorite comfort games that is like absolutely reminding me of something incredibly stressful?
Oh, sure. What's that?
Death Stranding, baby.
Yeah.
That
is a
a
stressful game.
It's a stressful game in the sense that like it is not intentionally so, but like you cannot separate that game from the pandemic, both like literally and what the subject matter is about. There's heavy subject matter in that game. People die. There's sad things. There's like stupid things that take you out of it. There's very poignant things. But like at the end of the day, it's that rhythm of like, I plan my route out. I like try and like min-max a couple of routes. And, it's just something about like, we've talked to this with George before on just how like I don't know how Kojima does his like the pauses, the menus, the like the downtime, the way your focus is controlled in that game, but like just the rhythm of dropping stuff off, going through those menus, getting a little confirmation, and then just like repeating that is just it's a tight loop. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, but this is an interesting game you bring up because it was for a while like a comfort game of mine too, and it's because of that. There is like a routine to it. There's a joy or a comfort in, let's see how many times we say that fucking word in this episode, in planning out your next task, which is what you should do in real life, but you don't want to because it's scary. And not to get ahead of myself, but there is like, when you first played Death Stranding, it is a challenging game. It is kind of difficult, but the more you play it, the more the systems reveal themselves to you, the more you gain control of the situation, the more you understand something. I love George for this, but like he completely reframed how I think of Death Stranding. It's like gamifying walking in a video game has never been done like this.
Yeah.
It's such a, like, getting from point A to point B can just be you move the stick forward, but Death Stranding doesn't want to be that. So like that in itself is a reflection. And this is why I think I personally have like my reservations against the idea of escapism. Sometimes having a game that reflects reality is comforting because it's like reassuring you that, hey, this is the reality, and I am confirming that. I'm confirming that my human experiences are just the same as everyone else's. That in itself is comforting, even if it is challenging.
Yeah, and so that goes back to my point that it is more about control and acknowledgement of simple tasks.
Well, also, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not just control. Sometimes having that challenge of like you're not always in control is comforting because it reflects real life.
Well, and also like it makes it so that the comforting parts are more comforting,
Well, yeah, sure. The downtime means more because of that. And I think that's like something Death Stranding does really well is like when you do have those like hot spring scenes, when you do have those like the moments where you're reading like someone's letter, that is like your breath, you're gasping.
Yeah, the release.
Yeah, and there's that gives you comfort, and I think, but I guess I know what you're trying to say though, because it's like after a while, once those things become second nature, you do find comfort in them, even after they're challenging at first. But in my opinion, it can be the challenge itself can be comforting, which we'll get to later.
Yeah. There was a video in doing my research. I enjoyed this opinion that a YouTuber named Outrun suggested, which was cozy games need an edge. There needs to be something that can potentially pull you away from the comfort. There needs to be a little bit of friction.
Oh yeah. Let's save that for the other. You know the point. We gotta save that for the other point.
Yeah. But this is all going back. What?
Oh, go ahead. Finish what you said. I'll ask you.
Oh, I was gonna like. This is all to say, like, yeah, like the tasks in Death Stranding are relatively simple, but there's still like an opposition to you. You still have to like, yes, you turn your brain off in the sense that like I know what I need to do. I go from point A to point B, but like, it's not just handing it to me. Like I gotta do it still.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, like, there's something fun I want to do for this episode. What is a game to you that is like, that you would define as your escapism type of game?
Escapism?
Yeah, like do you think of when you think of a game that you turn to for escapism, what do you play?
So when you're saying escapism, is it more like transporting me to like a completely different mood, or like what? Define your terms here.
No, I want you to define escapism by your own terms.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm Uno carding you, but like genuinely, I guess what I'm trying to get to is like, what do you define as escapism for yourself?
So for me, my escapism when it comes to like that in games are games that draw me in a sense that like I feel like compelled to see more of them. It's weird. It's more like a morbid curiosity of like,
Okay.
I want to know more. And I just kind of get in this loop of like, what else could there be in this game? Because I think of like, it's weird, but I think of games like,
I'll tell you what I think of when I think escapism for myself. It would be something like Puyo Pop Fever or Puyo Puyo Tetris 1 or 2. Sometimes I play those games just to let my mind follow a flow state, favorite term in the show, and just kind of zone the fuck out and like trying to get those 8 to 10 chain combos. I wish I could do 15, but that's nobody can be perfect. But just getting into that, like I'll do the endurance mode because it goes on for as long as many opponents as you can beat. And I just want to like watch those bubbles pop. And I just want to watch those lines clear for Puyo Tetris. Like, I don't know. I just need like to enter a state. And this to me is what I would consider like true escapism is like, I want to be in a stasis pod video game.
That's fair. All right, how about this? So I think for me, like what grabs me the most in like escapism in video games is like a game that like pulls me into like completely losing myself in its systems, or its mood or its tone. So like I like your Dark Souls for that because it's just like you get so engrossed in like your build or like going through the game and exploring. There's a developer I really love who's does these. Rad Codex is the developer. They've done Kingsvein, Horizon's Gate, a couple other games, and they do a lot of, I would say it's closest to your like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, these grid-based tactics games that are very just every time you level up you get just enough to like put a stat point into something to like put a new ability in it, and it just becomes so like I just feel like so enraptured by like, ooh, like I can do this and this and this and this. That's escapism for me. But I guess to bounce off of your Puyo thing, I think
I'll bounce off of something after you said that. Now I want to tell you.
No, you go ahead. Yes, and that.
Because the thing, like, now that you say it that way, I would consider 2016 Doom to be one of my escapism games. Because like that, the reasons you described your love of Souls games is why I like that version of Doom. Because it's like I just want to be in hell. And I want to.
What escapism is there? That's just normal everyday living.
There's just something I fucking love the story in 2016 Doom because it's like, what was it, 2015? Am I getting that wrong?
I think it's 16.
Okay, it's God. I'm gonna get that right because I don't want to.
No, it's 2016.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
I don't even gotta look it up. I know by heart.
Being like in that state of like righteous anger, it fascinates me what that game does with so little. Puts you in a character suit that's like, I hate demons, I want them all to die, and then to have that plus like the captivating setting of like sci-fi horror being kind of an escapism for me, because like it's like you said, I want to get lost in it. I fucking love traversing the stages in that game because it's like I look at the map and it kind of like the Metroid Prime thing where it's like you're looking at the map and you're like it's more than just like linear, it's three-dimensional. You have to figure out your route like on a Z like axis. It's I don't know, I love that shit. And then also just whenever the game pauses and has like you look at the horizon, there's like a vortex, it's horrifying, it's scary. There's something comforting about that for me. Like maybe it's reflecting like a state of mind that, like you said, I'm taking control over, and that puts me in like a comforting state. Like that's one of those games that does that for me.
Oh, you would not be alone. And for me, I love the original Doom for that reason. Like, it's just, it's almost like a song, like a call and response. Like I go in the room, I grab the shotgun, I turn around, I shoot the two.
Oh, you're talking about like real Doom.
Yeah, like I had an old roommate, and anytime that song came up, he always added his own lyrics to them. And that song's lyrics were, I love New York and I love this city and I love New York and I love this. We were in Texas, by the way.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make any sense. Real escapism right there. You were in that game took you to a different state in the country. Wow. Mm-hmm. It's incredible.
Yeah, but I guess maybe more on the softer side of things. I think a game that I just cannot help but just get lost in, escape in, is specifically We Love Katamari. I love the original Katamari Damacy, but I think like the peak of the series for me is We Love.
Part 2. Yeah, fuck yeah.
So good.
It's controversial opinion.
I know. It's like the music just like it just gets me, and
that's
sometimes
another good escapism game. Yeah, just roll
sometimes when
ball
I'm stressed, I will specifically do the first underwater level because the music is perfect, and I want to see that cat and that snorkel, and like I want to be good at the game. Like it's simple, but like I'm like trying to get that ball as big as I can. Does it matter? No, but it's just the whole the synesthetic experience, just the way the music grabs you, the way that it just feels. I don't know. It's just nice. Even if your dad's just like a complete like dick to you, it's just like
I love it. Actually,
it's just it's like it's the devil, No, I don't.
I love how it's just that game. No, I get it. We Love Katamari is one of the perfect comfort games, even regardless of escapism or not. I think it's a game that lets you engage with it on your level, and your dad King, like
it's just funny.
Putting you down at the end, it does introduce an interesting aspect of the game where it's like it's not a difficult game unless you want to impress dad. Like that's kind of genius.
And when you mess up, it's just funny.
It is funny because he just has like the most like biting commentary, and you're just a little guy.
Also, if you like, it's like if you roll up a really big Katamari in the original one, like in the final level, and it's big enough to beat the level, but you still don't turn it into a star, you get like a bonus ending where it cuts to a family and they go, "Huh, rich people sure are weird."
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, it's great. Well, we've talked about a couple of classics here. Your Puyos, your Dooms.
Oh yeah, I'm glad.
Your Katamaris. I have a second question for you, Jorge.
Yeah, what's that?
What sort of comfort does nostalgia offer? Is it more than just the familiar?
This is another good question because hot take. I feel like nostalgia has become a marketing fucking term. That honestly, at least like not a hot take at all. But what I want to actually say with that is that unfortunately, I feel like we do have these corporations trying to capitalize on like the idea that if you feel like a kid again, you will make terrible financial decisions.
I mean, listen, that's not anything new though. Like people have been trying to sell the 50s since like the 70s.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yo, like think about that. The 90s are like the 50s now for
God,
that time.
Kill
it's
me.
Crazy, right? It's fucking crazy.
We used to not have online and not be on our phones. And yeah, I mean, that is probably
real talk. We are the last generation to not have internet when we grew up. It's wild to think about. But yeah, man, it is nostalgia, just like escapism. Well, more than escapism, actually. I feel like nostalgia became a loaded term because of that.
Oh, so
all this to say, like, no, I think it's more than just the familiar. Yeah, like I think it is more than just. Does this feel good because you were a kid? You the joke. How does the joke go? Nostalgia is you miss being a kid who didn't have to pay bills, but you associate it with Mario.
God damn it.
That's the joke online, and I kind of agree. It does get to the point where it's like, it identifies the state of nostalgia right now as a marketing term, but I feel like the true meaning of nostalgia has like a bit more melancholy to it, in my opinion. Like I think there is a little more than just going back to the times you felt good. I think it's also longing for a thing you can't have, and I think that is true nostalgia.
I mean, yeah, this is nothing new. Why don't we deconstruct this by listing our comfort nostalgia picks, and let's try to observe what it is about those specific.
Why do we go back to it?
Yeah.
Well, who goes first? I'm the euthanasia fan, so I should go first.
Okay.
But she's the best lady.
Anesthesia. Why am I the expert on Rumble?
Wait. Euthanasia should be like her clone, like
it's the heel of her or whatever.
No. It's like Mario and Dr. Mario, or like in Marvel vs. Capcom 1, you can unlock Shadow Lady, which is just a reskin.
Hold on. Her
of
counterpart is excuse me.
She has a counterpart?
She has a counterpart.
That's
Dr. Cutter.
Oh, so she does have. There is a euthanasia.
She's got a scalpel.
Cutter?
Yeah.
I don't see her.
I'm posting a picture.
Oh my god! And she has less clothes on too. Holy shit!
I know. Well, because she's got that knife, she probably cut them off.
Oh my god. Okay, so there already is like a Shadow Lady equivalent. Okay, so also, fuck NBC for using Shadow Lady. That should always be the manga, never the stupid color palette swap Chun-Li character. Please read Shadow Lady. It's a really good manga. Speaking of comfort things. Anyway, nostalgia. You know what game I always go back to is... The thing is, like, it's hard to tell apart nostalgia from the habit. We were talking about, like, in the escapism question, how sometimes we play games because we have that muscle memory, those familiar things to us. But I feel like, again, it should be more than just that. So I would say a good nostalgia game I play sometimes just to feel like I'm back in my bedroom when I'd had no AC, the screen windows were open, I could hear all the bugs outside. I'll play things like, you ever play Earth Defense Force on Super Nintendo? It's
not on Super Nintendo.
It's completely, it's not the same Earth Defense Force that is popular now. It was just a game called EDF. And to be honest, it's not really a remarkable game. It's kind of a very standard defensive shooter. But for some reason, every time I put that game on, it just the notes of that first stage theme hit right, and I'm like really being brought back to like having a Super Nintendo when I was a kid.
I think a shmup that you're good at too can be a great, just like, you again, it's the singing a song you like, it's the call and response.
Yeah, I'm not even that good at it. I just put it on to get those like 15 minutes of, damn man, like the Super Nintendo was so fucking dope.
I'm looking at a video here, and like the scrolling of the clouds in this first level is like, ooh, it's nice. It's got like
it hits the notes, like not even
it's
musically.
Like the break of dawn or something. Like the colors are really nice, actually.
And as a whole, there's a reason that game is not the shoot 'em up everyone remembers. Should I say shmup? Wouldn't that be funny after I shit on
the dogfight game?
Yeah, the dogfight game. The side-scroller dogfight game. No, it is. It's just that it's not R-Type or Gradius, That's the only thing. Or UN Squadron even, which I think is a better game.
UN Squadron is not a comfort game, though, because that game is fucking hard.
I guess I will say EDF is more on the, like, you can pick it up, never played it, and do pretty good and feel good about it. But yeah, it's that first theme does something to me. It just... all
the backgrounds in this game are really good,
and it's beautiful. Oh, also, I will say the enemy designs are dope. Like they're all like giant mechs. It's kind of cool.
I like the sound that plays when you shoot the enemies, and it's like
that crunchy explosion.
Yeah. Also, you like really got to hit the enemies too. Like it's not just shoot them once and they die. Like even the basic enemies you need to hit like 5 times.
I playing it, I feel like it's, like I said, it's more defensive, so you have to focus more on like how can you last longer than the enemy. And you can upgrade your shields in the beginning. So that's
okay. So you've got like a familiar shmup game. What else is on the list?
Here's the thing about EDF. I never played this game as a kid. This is not a thing I'm nostalgic for because I want to remember that time. I'm nostalgic for this because it brings me back for some reason, and it gives me that longing of like, oh, I miss this, like, and I can't have this. There's no way to genuinely experience this like I was when I was a child anymore, but this is very close to that. And I feel like that's why I appreciate a little more bittersweetness to my nostalgia, because I think it's real.
You know what? I actually have in my notes here some games that are like that I don't have nostalgia for, in the sense that I did not play them as a kid. Not really. But I really like golf games and pinball games. But if I think about like the games that I want to play, it's usually like a little bit more in the retro, much less modern. Like the newest golf game I'd play would be like an old Hot Shots or something like that. Everybody Golf. But
okay, yeah. So what games would that be for you then? Like,
so I like a good 2D golf game. So if it's a newer one like Golf Story, I really like. But just like your NES style golf, like I don't know. I just like the simplicity of it.
I can name one actually. I actually have an NES golf game I like. It's called Challenge at Pebble Beach, I think, by Bandai.
Challenge at Pebble Beach.
Yeah. It has one track for the entire game.
Pebble Beach.
It was my first golf game, and I liked it for it because I never played a golf game before.
What console is this for?
NES.
Challenge Pebble Beach is what it's called.
There it is. Yeah.
I guess it's like I think it's a literal, like a specific course. So yeah, like why would there be other courses? Oh, this looks great.
I mean, I don't know. It's like a real place. Like there's So yeah, that's the only place you're in because it's literally there. But it's an 18-hole game, so whatever.
Features,
but yeah,
Pebble Beach. But yeah, no, I mean, this looks cute. And like, also like when we think about it, most golf games have not changed fundamentally since NES golf.
Well, yeah, because golf hasn't changed either. It's always going to be golf.
No, but like,
Mario Golf.
But I would say like, a modern tennis game plays a lot different from earlier tennis games, even though the sport's different.
Oh, you mean mechanically, like control-wise?
Yeah.
Sure.
Control-wise.
Oh, yeah, there's always that. There's always a little arrow that goes up and down.
You hit the thing again, and then you got to watch for like winds and hills, and that's about it. But they got it in one. Like, it's great. And like pinball games, I've been playing a lot of the Pokemon pinball games lately.
Oh, I love the original
really
Pokemon
nice.
pinball.
Yeah, I've been playing the Game Boy Color one more than the Game Boy Advance one, just for whatever reason. It's just nice.
The GBA one is, it's okay. Man,
I know people love that one, but the point is, I didn't have these growing up, and I think it's just. For me, like what I wrote down here was,
bro, you should come over and play. 'Cause I have physical Pokemon pinball. It has the rumble feature.
Like you actually
put a little AAA battery in the cart and it rumbles.
Mm-hmm.
It's dope. I love it.
But I have here written down like why I like those specifically is that the goals are more self-expressive and the features are more pared back. There is less decision making. So like, I don't know. In a lot of these pinball games, it's just like, I don't know, I'll do like a couple of courses, and with the golf games, it's literally the same thing. I'll just do a course, and I don't want to do well, but that doesn't mean anything really, other than like I guess in golf it's getting under par, but like as long as you do that,
which you'll never do,
you're fine.
Nah, I never do. I'm a birdie bitch. So I guess more than that though, like we can get into games that give us nostalgia despite us never growing up with it. But are there actual games that you do go back to because they're familiar?
Yeah, I have on my list here. I've got
Kyle's got
my top nostalgia picks. Paper Mario.
Oh
baby.
shit! This
always go back to
list.
That
one. Another list episode. Great. Mm-hmm. Just what the YouTube needs.
They love it. They love the list. So there's that.
Paper Mario, the N64 one?
N64.
That's a good one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think for me it would be more Mario RPG than Paper Mario.
That's a good one. That's a good one though, because it's both of them are just really cute. Like I think those both exist in the same spot in my heart for that reason.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna make a few people cranky.
Okay. I've
played Mario RPG enough times to go like, this is an okay RPG. This is like, it does enough, and in that in and of itself is like the brilliance of that game. but I lately have been thinking like this game could have been better. Actually, I just don't know how.
The actual like mechanics are not asking much of you. No, at the end of the day, it's just use your special attacks on the enemy.
However,
but that game is cute and
funny. Yeah, I was gonna get to that exactly. I was gonna get like that game is carried. It's like all the muscles are like maybe the legs are skinny, but the rest of the body is like fucking sculpted, bulked up because the music, the art, the graphics, the dialogue, like
baby.
Yeah, the script, the story, the characters, the fact that it was like a Nintendo world we've never explored, like the fact that Mario had just like that extra, man, back when fucking Mario dared to do different things. I swear to God, they need to go back to that. Like
also like every level is like this little diorama.
Yeah, the novelty of having the isometric pre-rendered 3D graphics, like that game gets like goes far just because it does everything else well. And that's the things we remember. It's the how we felt when we first heard that. Man, do you remember how you felt when you first heard that battle theme? I know I do, because I was always used to like the epic like Final Fantasy, Breath of Fire, like battle themes that are more like, oh shit, I'm in trouble now, we gotta fight. Mario RPG instead was like, what? Oh, whoa, what? Why is this like a? What is this?
For me, it was the
so
opener theme. That's the one that got me.
Oh, the bing, boom, 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 bing.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, my child brain was like, we're going on an adventure, and I'm in for a good time.
It is amazing, but my child brain just pressed start and started the game without watching the intro.
Well, guess what? It'll play that song again. It's fine.
True. At the very beginning, it will. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah,
that battle
Mega Man
did something to me.
Mega Man Legends I wrote down. Although X, I'll play X any day.
X is mine, yeah. X is probably one of my top tier comfort games is Mega Man X, because I can just play it, beat it in like 50 minutes, less than an hour.
The music's good.
Oh shit, dude! Like honestly, everyone jerks off to the Storm Eagle theme, but I think, in my opinion, the best track in that game is Flame Mammoth. My favorite, however, is Sting Chameleon. Fucking Jesus, like this is that's the stage I play, and I just stay still to hear the music. Like I find a spot there's no enemies in just to let that shit go on.
See, I can vividly think back to the time when I was a kid and I finally got to like the first like Sigma stage and hear the like do
yo,
and I'm like, okay. Whoa,
wait, I take it back, that might be the best
slap
track.
Bass.
You know why that's okay? So you know what took me years to find out? That stage theme is a remix of X and Zero's theme. So you know when you first meet Zero and it goes so listen to the notes in the first Sigma stage. It's the X and Zero theme, but it's like more epic. And when I realized that, I'm like, oh my God, this game is amazing. That's why this fucking game rules. Dude.
There's so much to make like a rock opera or something about this. This is crazy.
I'm telling you, yeah. And then I remember like I was destroyed when Zero died. Like that actually hit me hard because I love Zero. I think I've said this before on the podcast, but when I first played Mega Man X, I thought Zero was a girl, so I had a huge fucking crush on Zero.
I mean, he's got boobies. They're green.
He's got boobies and long yellow hair, and I'm like, oh, she's cute. And so I missed all the times where they pronoun him, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, girl.
Skipping through. Yeah, you couldn't pay attention. Too busy just drooling.
It wasn't until I played X3 where they just explicitly say hero, he, Zero, he's that. I'm like, wait, what? No, stop. What? Am I gay? But yeah, Mega Man X is for sure one of my comfort games. Tried and true. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Tried and true. Tried and true. Thank you. Not tied. Tied is the water.
But yeah, I think a lot of these ones that I go back to, it's seeing all the old hits. It's being transported, not necessarily to a lack of responsibility, but like to a charm, to like, because you can only play those games for the first time, obviously once, but I think a lot of these favorite games of mine are just really good at transporting you exactly back to those feelings. They're evocative. And evocative in a way that doesn't take a whole lot of energy to get to those feelings.
So now that you say that, I was going to ask, are there games you go back to, not just for the familiar, but because they impacted you so much that you want to reflect on those things? And I'm talking like spiritually, maybe.
No, I have the perfect answer for you because I didn't mention it yet. But every couple of years, I'll go back on Earthbound, and it's a comforting game. You know, it's hitting all the same notes that we just talked about. But like, whenever I play Earthbound, like, it's always got to be at the right time for me. And when I do, I'm a different person from the last time that I played it, and it's nice to see that.
And it holds up, do you think, every time you play it? Do you feel like does it hit a different part of your being, like, as you grow older? Because you are a different person.
Exactly. No, and because the last time I played it, I had just gotten my older cat Gordy. He was a kitten, and I was playing with him, and he was like swatting at the screen when Gygus was on screen.
Gordy.
Yeah, and you like Gordy because he slaps you in the head.
He's a little shit, but yeah, I do like him.
But no, it like when I played it the last time, like I was a different person, and like it was nice reflecting on how much I'd changed. And by the next time I play it, I will have different things that I'll respond to more strongly or in a different way. Like that is a game about.
Particular, actually, is there a scene in particular that you think about that you feel differently every time you play it?
The last time I played, for sure, it was the hot spring scene. Like just that, I got so much more of an emotional impact than I think I did when I was like more in the teen years, because it's just like it's so much like just lavishing and like, look how far you've come in this game so far. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that wonderful? And it just felt like it really feels like an accomplishment. The game just like really loving the fact that you've played it.
I'm glad you focus on that and not the fucking lore shit that everyone else does.
I don't care, man. I'm just here for. I'm here to eat a hamburger, to say fuzzy pickles, to bash some cops.
Yeah. That's the
to
thing
sit in a hot spring.
Every time I replay Earthbound, the things I enjoyed the most are the mundane things. Like, I'm always in disbelief of how long it took me to play this game, because it was my dream game as a kid. Like, I want to be an RPG character and go outside and fight snakes, and those are like the real life equivalent of like a slime from Dragon Quest. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That shit is awesome. The thing that always hits me is like, yeah, those how the game encourages you to like appreciate mundane things of your life and through a different perspective, like gamify your life in a healthy way where it's like going outside is like you're starting a video game in yourself. You are the console. It's empowering. I love that about Earthbound. It's what I always loved about Earthbound.
Maybe the nostalgic picks are just the ones that are just like we remember them, or like they give the biggest sense of like transporting you, of like every time I play them, like I just the feelings they give me are just as strong as they always did. So
the one I always think of, and we can cap it off with this. The one I always think of as like whenever I replay, I can tell I'm a different person, is Illusion of Gaia.
You love that game.
And here's why. I shit you not, and I probably said this before, I shit you not, that game was a religious experience for me as a child. Like I know for some people like spirituality and religion are not like useful things in their life, but for me they always been. And it was the crazy thing about Illusion of Gaia is that it kind of gave me a set of beliefs that no established religion gave me. It was basically like a game that said there's a history behind everything. And, you know, you can find these things through books and TV shows and movies, and, you know, media will do that for you. But for me, it was a video game because I just happened to play this as a 10-year-old, a game that was saying, like, we are more than just like our flesh. Like there's something in us that is eternal and spiritual. And that was like blowing my mind more than like any church ever taught me how to think that way. You know what I mean? So like, no, it put it in a way that wasn't, because the problem is like I grew up in a Pentecostal denomination school that would constantly tell me like, you're going to hell and you're terrible and you're evil and like you're going to die because you're not doing the right thing. Like, let's face it, you are not receptive to that. Like, children are not receptive to that. Instead, I'm getting another thing telling me, a type of scripture saying in a bad translation and everything.
Yeah, I gotta say that translation is awful.
It's rough, but you know what? Ironically, perfect for a 10-year-old. Mm-hmm. So in a way, this game was saying like, no, there's an inherent value in you that'll like exceed your lifetime. You will live on as like history, like as you will leave something behind and it'll be meaningful. And I'm like, again, blowing my fucking mind. And every time I replay that game, I'm just like, damn, like, thank you so much, Quintet, Moto Hagio, the artist, Mariko Ohara, the writer. Like, you people changed my life. I don't even know you. You don't even know me. It's insane. Yeah, and that's one of the ones, like, my strongest nostalgia games by far.
You know what I love about that game?
What?
I love the way you look when you spin your little flute and you do the like psychic move thing. I don't know. That sprite is just so funny to me.
Yeah, oh, fun fact. Oh, Joe, I'm about to blow your mind. That sprite work, did you know that was Yusuke Murata?
Who?
The artist for Ice Shield and One Punch Man did those sprites. I am not joking.
Incredible.
That was Yusuke freaking Murata. I found this out the other day. He used to freelance for Quintet.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Jorge, I'm about to blow your mind.
Okay.
Did you know that you can play as Reiko Hinamoto in Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence in the online mode?
I actually did know that.
Okay. Well, it blew my mind.
Nice try, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jorge, why don't we take a quick break with a segment I like to call Game Ratings. I'll present a category like fighting game finishing moves, play it loud Game Boy Colors, games you'd rent at a Blockbuster. And we're going to come up with something. What?
It wasn't Yusuke Murata. I got it wrong again.
God damn it.
Yusuke Murata was Dustman Mega Man. No, the guy who did it, it's the Mega Mix, the Mega Mix manga guy. Oh my god, Mega Man, Rockman Mega Mix. God, y'all, I'm getting everything wrong today, and I want to like apologize to no one because I don't give a fuck, but hold up. Mega Mix. The artist for Rockman Mega Mix was Hitoshi Ariga. Are you familiar with him?
Mm-mm.
I apologize. He's the one that freelanced for Quintet. I just remembered this. Anyway. I'm sorry. I apologize to Yusuke Murata. He just, what he did was actually he drew the original design, submitted it to Capcom, which became Dustman, the Robot Master Dustman, which is one of the coolest ones.
That's still pretty cool, though.
And that's where like my fucking wires got crossed. I'm like, Mega Man, what? Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Anyways, we're gonna come up with something underrated, overrated, and accurately rated for today's topic, which is games our parents bought us.
Yeah. So this was surprisingly easy to do for me. I don't know. Like,
it took me a minute.
About it, like, oh, I know exactly what I was going to say.
Let's make this a nice breezy segment. Jorge, just shotgun him for me. Go ahead.
Overrated, Mario Kart 64. I don't care for this game. I did ask for it for I don't know if it was like. So we have, in Puerto Rico, we celebrate Epiphany, which is Three Kings Day, January 6th, which is the only reason I celebrate January 6th. It's basically like second Christmas for Puerto Ricans. In fact, like Christmas lasts like way too long for us. And I don't know how my parents managed to like buy us gifts twice. But I thank them for that. And one of them was Mario Kart 64. Now, I will say I didn't really care for Mario Kart 64. I'm kind of meh on it, even to this day. Even back then, I was like, man, this
I like it. I like Toad's Turnpike. I like the stage of the train.
Okay, actually play the game outside of multiplayer. That rubber banding is so fucking bullshit. Like, let's be real. No one likes this. Do you like the rubber banding in Mario Kart 64? The answer is no. I don't want to hear it.
No, in front of the train and hitting the guys so they bump into the train.
That's cool. That's like one thing you can do in that game.
I like the battle mode where you're in the block towers.
Battle mode sucks.
I love it.
It has the most unhinged like Mario voice acting.
Here we go.
Oh, when Peach said, here we go. When you use the gold mushroom.
Yeah.
Here we.
And Donkey Kong sounded like wabble. It was disgusting.
Donkey Kong sounds horrifying.
It was disgusing. He sounds like a monster. I hate it. Anyway. Overrated Mario Kart 64. Sorry, not sorry. Mario Kart Wii is so much better. I'm glad we got it. Sort of Hope 2 is my underrated pick. My mom got this for me randomly for damn, I can't remember. It might have also been Three Kings Day. But she gave us both, me and my brother, she gave us a Game Boy Pocket with a game. I could tell they were like in the discount bin because it was like Battle Arena Toshinden on Game Boy for my brother, which I fucking love that game, by the way. The Game Boy version of Battle Arena Toshinden is better than the PS1 version.
You've been on record saying this. Also, I'm looking at the cover of Sword of Hope right now for the Game Boy. The perspective on the sword is blowing my mind.
That sword. Okay, I was gonna say
right the fuck at me.
I was gonna say a gross joke, but I don't know. Like, open up, here it comes. So, Sword of Hope 2. I never heard of this fucking game. My mom just bought random like discount bin games. But this game rules. It's actually pretty good. It was kind of my exposure to first-person RPGs.
It's got like adventure elements to it too. This is cool.
It was my exposure to that genre where you're like instead of top down, you're like first person. You pick an arrow and like that's where you go.
Yeah, this is like a wizardry game. This is cool.
Yeah. It was like wizardry, and like the every time the character portraits would come up, they would look amazing because they were like very anime looking. But back then, to me, that was like, oh shit, this game looks like Slayers or something. And the sound effects are great. The music is dope. The story is very generic, but there's things that happen because it's a first person perspective. Sometimes the game gets under your skin. Like, it is kind of scary. There's a little bit of horror in it. And I remember, at least for like 12-year-old me, like there was some scary moments in that game, and I'll never forget it for that. It's underrated. Unfortunately, it's not underrated enough or underappreciated enough because it goes for like insane amounts of money now online. So just dust off the 3DS and get it there, because they actually had it on the eShop for a while. And then for accurately rated, I remember for one Christmas, my mom bought me Final Fantasy IX. And
that's good.
I guess not a lot of people know, but my mom did pass away recently, and like one of the most like I will genuinely say beautiful memories I have of her is that she did pay attention to the things I liked, and she herself was like kind of into Final Fantasy because she was an artist too, and I remember when 9 came out, she got me the game, the guide, and the art book that was out at the time.
Dang.
The one with it was like a pencil drawn Garnet in the cover with like white hair for some reason. I still have the game and the art book. Like I had not been able to let go of all of like the pieces in my collection. Those two are probably one of the most valuable emotionally for me, because like she gave me that as a gift. She was like, this game looks really cool. I want you to show me when this guy shows up. And she pointed at Amaranth.
I was about to say, your mom, number one Amaranth fan.
I told this story to Andrew when Andrew was here on the Final Fantasy episode.
Gives me an excuse to play the Amaranth theme, and I like that theme.
It's funny because like he is in none of the cutscenes. He's only in the in-game when I say cutscenes, the FMVs. Which she fucking loved.
The very end for like a second, yeah.
She wanted me to show her all of the FMVs whenever they popped up, because they were at the time like Square Enix was killing it with that shit. And yeah, we love that, and yeah, it's for that reason. I put it on accurately rated because like everybody loved Final Fantasy. Well, at the time,
I think by now it's become beloved.
Yes, now people have like re-examined it, reappraised it, and thought, you know what, this one was actually good. And I agree, it's one of my favorite Final Fantasy 9. It's one of my favorite Final Fantasies, and I know it's yours too. So like, I'm sure you will agree. But yeah, for that reason alone, just the memory I have of her just being like kind of aware of the things I was into, which is more than I can say for like a lot of parents who didn't really care what people played, and that makes me sad. Like I wish more parents did. I really value it for that. I still have my copy. Actually, I gave it to a friend of mine, and then I regretted it. I was like, can I please have it back? I'll buy you a new copy. And I bought a sealed copy of Final Fantasy IX and traded it for it because I really wanted my old copy back, and I got it, and I'm very happy about that. Yeah.
Those are some good picks. Can I get you mine?
No.
No? Okay. Well, this has been.
Don't ask permission. No, we're done. Oh, we don't do that anymore. We don't do Ronaldinho.
No, we do.
Get
your wild soccer 3.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Thank you. I'll start with my underrated. You know what game people are like way too adamant about hating? Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Okay, I have thoughts.
Every time I hear, like, I get it. Melee is really, really good. I agree. We're still figuring out the game, and I love that. That's great. I love you. You're so special and wonderful. Thank you. Everyone
Go
is
hang out
so,
with like the other 1,000 people that agree with you.
Yeah. Everyone is so adamant about hating Brawl, and I get it. Like, if you're playing it purely as like a technical, like tournament type of thing, yeah, it's a bit of a letdown. But I don't know, like, it's the one that had the dojo, it had final smashes, it had the subspace emissary, which is really cool. It's the one that really started pushing the like cutscenes as a way of marketing the game. Like, it's also the last one I feel like that actually kind of existed as a museum to Nintendo and wasn't just like a Fortnite.
Can I tell you, you're forgetting one thing.
What?
It has the best intro to a Smash Brothers game. That orchestral Latin theme, I forget what it's called. Nobuo Uematsu composed.
That's true.
Is legendary. No other Smash Brothers theme has topped it. I changed the track in Final Destination and Ultimate to be the Brawl Final Destination theme because it's so fucking good.
It's really good.
It's the best one. Now, I will agree, gameplay-wise, it's my least favorite Smash. I'll agree with that. But
it's got Lucas.
Well, it brought in like probably the coolest newcomer roster was in Brawl. It had Lucas,
Snake,
Ike,
Sonic,
Snake, fucking Sonic, which I thought was a fucking joke when I first saw it in the dojo. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I'm like, am I like still asleep? Is that fucking Sonic? Rob, which I fucking love. Toon Link, one of my favorites. I don't know. This game, it does get shit on because mechanically I do think it is the weaker one of all the Smashes, and I hate to do that to you, Kyle, because the thing is that I do mostly agree with you. I think this game was ambitious in a way that I feel more Smashes should have been. Like, I think Subspace Emissary should have stayed for every Smash Brothers. I think I wanted that type of story mode, like co-op story mode with cutscenes, an original story, an original villain. I do hate Taboo, but I love that Rob was like the secret villain. I love that little plot line about. I don't know. Do you remember how Petey Piranha was like a villain? And like Quasar shows up and tries to eat Diddy Kong.
I also like how everyone, it's all about like finding the roster and like awakening them. And
they're all and they hang out together. They're like split, and like Fox and Peach are hanging out, and they have like some cute moments together.
Yeah, it was also fun to be like, who's gonna be buddies with who? Like, what makes sense versus the crossovers and like their different little like character dynamics.
I miss that. I wish every Smash Brothers did that, and they just didn't. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say though, I still think I'm partial to the Melee opening, but even if like the Brawl opening is more epic.
No, I fucking love that Brawl. You just can't top it for me.
It's great. No, it's great. But anyways, I think for what Brawl did, like people are a little too
Final
quick
Smashes
to hate it.
were in Brawl. Link had the fucking Omni Slash. The Brawl also introduced the demos, like having like built-in games inside of the fucking game. Earthbound was on it in Japan, not in the US.
All right, so that's my underrated. My overrated, and you're gonna have to let me explain.
Here we go.
I will paint you a picture.
Yeah.
My grandmother, my Nona, she sees that I really like the Super Nintendo, and I guess she sees some games on a discount or something. I don't know how she came across these games, and she gets me 2 games for the Super Nintendo, or one, I don't even remember, but she gets me a game for the Super Nintendo, and I'm so excited. Thank you, Nona. I will play this game and honor you. I put it in. It is Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge.
What the fuck?
I did not have a super scope. So the reason this is overrated...
She got you a fucking super scope game!
So the reason this is overrated is because I would put the game on and watch the demo mode and just imagine what the game could be. And it was so good in my
That's
head.
a very grandma thing to do, though. That is very
so
grandma thing.
funny.
Yo,
No,
okay, but real talk.
no.
That was on the, like, I don't know. Let's assume she went to electronics boutique or something. That should have been up to like the guy at the register. Like, hey, this needs this. This needs the big stupid gun to play with.
Mm.
Yo, Kyle, that's a shame because Metal Combat is dope. Actually, I don't know if you've seen gameplay of it.
I've seen gameplay of it. Let me tell you, I've seen it.
You've seen it. Oh, I'm sorry. If you wanna play it, I have it, and I have a super scope too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll check
It's
it
cool.
out. I overrated it
cool.
in my head. It's probably fine.
You know, okay,
well,
no, actually, I was thinking about this the other day, how I've never played, there's a Sega Saturn game called Dragon Force. I have never played this game, but everything I've seen, like every time when I was a kid, I would see a screenshot of it. I was like, this looks like the best game ever made. And to this day, I refuse to play it because I'm afraid it's gonna not live up to the expectations of my 12-year-old brain. You can like, yo, the battles have like 100 or 200 dudes in them, and they're all.
Oh no, I've
fighting
seen this one.
time.
Yeah, this one's actually really cool.
I don't want to play it, Kyle, because I'm afraid that in my head exists a much more amazing game, and I'd rather it exists.
No, Jorge, this game is legitimately like actually kind of cool.
No. I gotta honor the memory. Anyway, no, go on.
Anyways.
Accurately rated.
Accurately rated is the game Lego Island.
Let's go.
Now, when people are asked to reminisce on Lego Island, I don't think I've ever heard a single person talk about the races or like mini games in that game. No one reflects fondly on those because they're bad. They're bad and they stink. But the game itself, just walking around Lego Island, just hearing the little characters talk, seeing wonderful little Italians just make it to pizza. It's so good.
Listen, I hate being that guy because I don't like when people do this, but the Lego Island memes are so good.
They're so funny.
My only experience with Lego Island is the memes. As much of a actual Lego maniac I just didn't have a PC and with the capability of playing Lego Island.
It was just, it hit me in a time where like, this was an early game that actually lets you kind of explore a big quote unquote, it's like the size of like a football field. It's such a tiny world.
But when you're a kid, that's enough. That's big enough.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know.
I wish I could play this. I need to vicariously live through you.
Yeah.
Talking about like, is there such a thing as stolen nostalgia valor?
That was stolen by the Brickster.
I'm looking at a meme right now. It's like, if you see a person with a black and white flag for Pride Month, beware. He'll say it is the hetero pride flag, but it's really them showing allegiance to the Brickster, the scourge of Lego Island, and nemesis to pepperoni, local pizza man. The Lego Island memes are so good.
I like how many words are in that description.
It's so good. Anyway,
it's funnier the longer you went on.
I wish I could play this game.
I think most people are of the consensus that it's just neat. It's just neat.
I want to figure out how to emulate Lego Island. Maybe I'll do that.
It's probably not too hard to do.
Don't
play the mini games. Just explore around on the skateboard.
That's what kids do. They don't play the actual game. You got to give them the sandbox.
Yeah. Anyways, those are my picks. But why don't we get back to the episode?
Brain Lords, video games of the mind.
Now two can play the games of the Super NES Super Scope, Yoshi Safari, and Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. So to prepare yourself, you might want to consider some basic training exercises.
Let's play here! せっかく作った月を崩してしまうなんて、さすが王子はリッチだね。
Pickle brain, monkey breath. Mom can't say anything because I'm not touching fish.
What if you could change anything you wanted?
I love you, little bro.
You can in Lego Island, the new CD-ROM game. It's an entire Lego world where you chase a Lego villain, build and race Lego vehicles, and change everything from the landscape to people's attitudes.
You're the coolest brother.
Even the music. The new Lego Island CD-ROM game. Lego Island CD-ROM game comes with everything shown here.
Brainlords, video games of the mind.
I wonder if there's some good Lego Island commercials. You'll have just heard one if there is.
I can give you some Lego Maniac commercials. You remember Jack, he's a Lego Maniac.
No, I do not, but that sounds lovely. Thank you
love
for sharing. Jorge, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Kind of the inverse of Lego Island. How can games with challenging difficulty or subject matter be comforting?
I think we both have this in common. Sometimes difficult subjects in games are often like the things we seek. I wouldn't say often, but sometimes. How do I say this? When we play games and they take on difficult subjects, we do hold them to higher standards, and because of that, when they do meet those standards, they give us like, or they have a strong impact. They leave a really powerful impression on you, because it's like I mentioned this earlier. It's a piece of media, or a piece of, I should say, a work of art that understands pain that you've been through. And there is a comfort in knowing that like there's someone out there who understands what this pain is like, this pain that I'm feeling. If you don't mind me getting ahead of myself a little bit.
No, go for it.
The perfect example of this, in my opinion, has always been the Lisa series.
Yeah.
Those are games that I do not recommend anyone play because they're so heavy in their subject. They're extremely unashamed of talking about things that like are just straight up uncomfortable and deeply disturbing, especially the first one, which is an RPG Maker game.
Mm-hmm.
Without any like battles. It was more about like the exploration of like this person's psyche, the thing that they went through, the trauma that they experienced, and piecing together what happened. And it turns out to be a horrifying thing. And I remember it actually fucking upsetting me when I played it. But because of that, I ended up playing the rest of the series and realized this is a game that came from someone who's not necessarily directly experienced these things, but understands what the pain of them are and how powerful of an impact that has on like a person. And these characters react to these things with like the severity that it warrants, despite the fact that it's a game that also has a little bit of humor in it. I mean, like the second,
A lot of humor.
yeah, Lisa the Painful is the second game in the series. It's a game with a lot of humor in it, but it treats its subject matter with the seriousness that it deserves, because these are characters that are actively going through a lot of pain.
Yeah, there's an empathy to it.
There's an empathy to it because it's from someone who has that perspective. And I remember playing that, and again, being disturbed, being upset, but all through it being like, it feels good to know that someone else has gone through this shit. You know what I mean? Because like
the way
there's some subjects that I personally experienced from there that I felt like, holy shit, someone gets it.
The way I would describe it, it's like when a friend makes like a dark or off-color joke, but they're doing it because they've like experienced something and kind of have the comfort to kind of rib on themselves to do that.
Well, not only that, but like when the situation calls for the severity of the tone and the respect it deserves, it doesn't try to insert a joke in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes it to, there's a scene I think of, I don't want to spoil, but it's the one where like if you keep pressing the button, something happens. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that scene, it's not a funny fucking scene at all. And that is a moment of character defining for you, not just the character himself, but you, the player. And I love that about it. I'm like, yeah, this game can be funny. Like we all love Terry, the sign lord. What was his name?
Terry Hintz.
Terry Hintz, yeah, we all love him, and there's interesting moments where like you can interpret these jokes at his expense, but the more you learn about this character, the more you realize like there's actually something profound and something serious that's going on with these characters, and I love that about it. It's disturbing because it not for shock's sake, not to get a rise out of you, not to get a reaction, but because it wants to share in an experience that not a lot of people want to talk about, and that's extremely valuable. And comforting even, because it's like therapy. It's like, oh my God, someone else gets it. This is incredible. It's relatable.
This happened to my friend once.
This happened to my buddy.
This happened to my buddy Terry.
That game. That's my favorite. That actually is a review on Steam of Lisa the Painful.
Anyways, on a similar note, when I was playing through this game and describing it to people, they all looked at me with like just utterly baffled and were like, how could you find that comforting? But I got really consumed me. It was last year. It's a very cute art style game where you play a young Chinese American girl finishing high school and going to early college.
One. Yes.
Yeah. You're insecure about your body, so you go on a diet, and you have to manage your caloric intake, your exercises, and the amount of time you have in order to manage school, relationships, college, family life. And when I describe like the moment to moment of that game, people are like, that sounds heinously stressful. But there was something about it that was just like, I was in a time, like when I was playing it, I was like juggling just a lot of stuff. And this was like the kind of game I would play basically for like an hour, way too late already. But I'm like, I just need to play something. I need to have some sense of control in my life. And I don't know, just being able to like see this like silly little character that was relatable in like they're younger than me, and seeing them like go through the high school stuff and be like, oh, I was there, but also those same feelings I'm having right now. It was relatable. And so, it was just nice to like get her through that in the same way that I would want to get through my own stuff. Like it's all a universal feeling. And even though it does deal with heavy subject matter of like,
wait, really? It looks so cutesy.
Like there's a lot of stuff it has to do with like eating disorders and things like that.
Oh my God.
Not like graphic, but yeah, it's not like graphic or anything. And it's not dealing with like the really dark parts of eating disorders, but like she's going through it because she's like insecure and is like constantly fixated on like min-maxing her life at the detriment of everything. So
what part of this were people like, well, what do you think that's comforting? Like, why were people looking at you funny about it?
Because I mean, it's the main loop of the game is like managing stressful situations, and like the point of the game is that you beat those things,
or also that they acknowledge those things. I feel like that's important for I guess we need spaces for. Okay, I'm gonna rant a little bit. I'm sorry, but like we do need the space to talk about uncomfortable things in media and art. Like, why is that a problem? Why does it not everything has to be escapism? Not everything has to be a video game for the sake of being a fucking video game.
Yeah. And so it was validating even just to have the simple acknowledgement of like, what takes a fucking time unit in your day is making your lunch. And if you don't do that, you have to eat just junk, and that sucks, and you feel worse.
Yeah.
So it's that. It was that validation. Or like, and stuff like Celeste, is soft pixels and good music, but like that character is dealing with some shit. She's constantly having panic attacks.
That one is a good example of a challenging game that could be comforting. A lot of people do think of that game as comforting. Yeah,
you can make it easier for yourself if you want to. As much as you feel like challenging yourself, you can.
But I think that game, what I respect about Celeste is that it still doesn't compromise on the base game being difficult inherently, just because it is a game about like trial, like you going up a mountain. It is a game about your personal trial of what the character is going through is demonstrated in the gameplay of like, well, you having to struggle to climb this mountain is the story. It's not. And it doesn't want to shy away from that, which I like about Celeste. That is,
but it's comforting.
For people who get it, for people who understand what that's like, that's the point of the game.
And this is kind of, I guess, what I brought up earlier is like all these great comforting quote unquote games, they've got an edge to them. They've got something that
have an edge. Yeah.
that makes the comfort stand out all the more.
It makes it more comforting to know that that this is a human experience.
Yeah, one of my favorite comfort games that I love showing off to people, because it's like you can like 100% that game in like 4 hours. You can beat that game in like 2. Is A Short Hike.
I knew you were going to say A Short Hike.
I love that game.
I know.
Have you played it?
No, but I know which one. I know what you're talking about. It's very pretty. It's a very cute little game.
Without getting too much into the detail, like the whole plot is you're needing to climb up the mountain because it's the only place you can get reception, and you have a very important phone call. And like the game is not shy about, like, you talk to a character that's like just like knowingly swindling people around the campgrounds, and then when you like get into their little plot, it's because they're like stressed about paying off their student loans. Mm-hmm. It's not fully like Goo Goo Baby mode, like, you know, twee or anything like that. It's not trying to be like cozy wozy or anything like that. These characters are realized. They're cute. They're funny. They're caricatures a lot of the time, but like there's a truth to all of them. Where like they're not just a gimmick or a quirk. It's like it feels like real people, you know. And I don't know. It has that acknowledgement of like, you know, this is a character that's like off, kind of on a vacation that she doesn't want to be on. And has to kind of make the most of it because life is not in a great spot for her right now. And it's kind of acknowledging that, like, hey, sometimes like you gotta be forced to be away from that life for a minute and to get a minute to like center yourself. I don't know. It's acknowledging that.
I think The Short Hike appears to be one of those cozy games, but it came out around a time where like before that was considered a thing. Yeah. So it's more about what I do like about Short Hike, even though I haven't played it, I know it's like this, is that it's in the title. You can either finish the game in 10 minutes, because all you have to do is go up the mountain, like you said, or you can define for yourself what you want to do in that game. And one of those things is to just converse and talk to people. I watched Margot play a little bit of it.
Yeah, and the world you inhabit feels very much like a place.
It also looks good. It's very much stylized in the way DS games were, where it's like a 3D game, but it's like very low resolution screen, and it captures that feeling really well. So it has more going for it than just like it's a cutesy little game. I think that one does. You're right. It's got more beneath the surface. I hope more people do try it out.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, what do you think then? Is this all kind of the same thing? Why people will like always list Silent Hill 2 as their comfort game? Like that's always the first one that comes up. That's like the dark horse pick, or like the.
Oh, okay. I mean, I get it. If someone tells me Silent Hill 2 is their comfort game, I would 100% understand. It's interesting though, because like you can't get new people into Silent Hill 2. You would have to play the remake, which then makes me wonder, like, would that be a comforting game for them?
I don't know.
Like, but
is it just the subject matter, or is it like the fact that it's the original Silent Hill 2 is a little bit more like that straightforward gameplay of just like you're just managing the, you know, clearing rooms and finding the new puzzle. And it's less about dodge rolling.
So are you asking if there's a reason this is such a common comfort game for people, or are you asking what I think about that?
I mean both, but why is it such a common pick?
So I think I have an answer for this. I think it's because Silent Hill 2 is like the first time for a lot of people where they played a game that was not trying to be easy to play. On its surface, it's not trying to be like a cozy game, which is what we would define as now, or an easy game, or a comforting game. It's a game that pushes back constantly, and especially if you're a fan of horror, some people look for that. They want the challenge because it embodies the struggles they themselves are going through. And the brilliance of games like Silent Hill 2 is that the gameplay is supposed to be clunky. It's supposed to be tank-like, because you are supposed to be like in a disadvantage against all the odds. That is what the story is about. That is part of like, and then the characters you meet too, they all represent different facets of that pain that the city represents.
Yeah. And maybe it lets you see that pain in a very safe way. You know, the same way that a lot of like horror movies.
I think a lot of people who push back against, why would you play such a scary game like that? And a lot of it has to do with what you just said, where it's like, no, there is a degree of separation here, which lets you examine these uncomfortable things. That's a very important thing. That's another thing I love about Lisa. I'll bring it up again because it's a great game. But like, I don't have to, like, yes, these are things that I was personally traumatized by, but by having this like medium, I'm allowed to examine these things in different perspectives and talk to other people about it in the safety of like the medium itself, which is a very important factor in why like sometimes a scary or a difficult game can be comforting to people.
Yeah, I like getting drawn into these more macabre worlds because like it just, I don't, yeah, you're right. Like it's that acknowledgement and it's like the perseverance through it. It's being safe, quote unquote, or like the stakes are low. Like if you die in one of those games, like, yeah, maybe at worst you lose like an hour or something like that. I don't know. It's the same way you listen to like sad music when you're feeling sad. Like if I'm having a rough time, sometimes I play a rough video game.
Yeah, or a movie. Like sometimes I want to watch a movie. Okay. All this to say though, I do want to point out that there is such a thing as games you shouldn't engage with because they're upsetting.
Sure.
I want to have that disclaimer where it's like, just because something is horror, just because something is uncomfortable, and it can be comforting for other people, that doesn't justify it for yourself either. Because there are games that I played that some people do find comforting and cool and great, and that makes them feel good, that I was extremely disturbed by, and I didn't want to play anymore.
Can you name an example?
Yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club, like easy. That's the one I always talk about because I hated that game. I don't like the asceticism of self-harm. I don't like that it tricked me into thinking it was one game. I went in blind because my friends were like, "No, you want to play graphic visual novels? You should play this one." And honestly, that was like the meanest thing they ever done to me because I went in with an open heart. I was like, oh yeah, I always wanted to try a visual novel. And then I played the one where like everyone dies. So in horrible ways. And I was like, y'all are like about to learn about me that I don't like this shit.
There are a lot of folks that find comfort in it because they were drawn into the story and maybe it spoke something to them. But yeah, you're right. Like it's a lot of these games I think are ones that people like personally come back to that are comforting for them, that are games that you would absolutely not recommend to people.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. I'm like, that's the one where I go, why the fuck do you think this is comforting? This is fucking horrible. I feel like shit. I feel terrible now. And I did when I finished, when we played the whole thing that night, I was driving home like, what the fuck was that? I hated it. Yeah. Just cause there's just certain subjects that even through the shield of the interactive medium of games, you just don't want to engage with. There are some things that are off the table, and you should be vocal about those things. Like if you don't like something, then don't force it.
Yeah. I know that like this is kind of a different example, but previous guest of the show, Shannon Strucci, has some like strong feelings about the movie.
Shannon.
Hello. Has some strong feelings about the movie Hereditary, and I think something about that resonated with her. It like in ways that are like it's a way to see painful things delivered to you in a like a safe way or distance way. That is a movie that I would not recommend to anyone under any degree whatsoever.
I've seen it, yeah.
Full stop. It is scarring imagery to the point where like I cannot think about some of those things, and I still do, and I hate when I do.
It's upsetting. No, yeah, that to me was DDLC, and thankfully there haven't been too many things like that for me because I'm pretty good about having the boundary of like, well, I don't like this thing. And I told you, the only reason this one caught me off guard is because my friends didn't fucking tell me what it was. I'm pretty good about having that boundary of like, no, I do not like this thing and I don't want to engage with it.
Yeah. It's tricky though, because
you don't give it a shot, but on my own terms, I'll give it a shot.
And also like, you don't know what's going to be your like Hereditary or your DDLC or your Lisa or your Fear and Hunger for you and I. Like that's going to be different for everyone. Yeah, you do, but I feel like these are like, I think kind of to kind of boil this all down into one statement. I think the reason we find comfort in those things is a very personal thing, and it's just going to fit right for you. It's not something you can necessarily
Sometimes
recommend.
it will, yeah.
But I think we all find comfort
that's the thin
in
ice that trauma is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just never know how it's going to affect differently.
There's a certain type of trauma that you're going to be drawn to. It's a very human feeling, even though I think it's also very human to be like, that's fucked up. That's not for me. But
It's extremely human to do that, actually. And I encourage people to be, don't, of course, do it in like a caring and like understanding way that your friends aren't meaning you harm by letting you engage with these things, but do let them know like, hey, I don't like that, and that's just who I am, and you have to respect that. But yeah, I was actually gonna ask, do you have any other game that you can think of that had difficult subjects in it, but you still did find it like comforting, that you kept on going through it despite it making you slightly uncomfortable?
I mean, I mentioned Fear and Hunger, but I bring that one up a lot.
Okay. Yeah, you do, but I guess that's one. I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to think of one and I can't think of it. However,
what was the question again?
So think of a game.
Like I couldn't help but play.
No, well, yeah, but also like Fear and Hunger is a good example of a game where like the subject matter is difficult and heavy, but to you, you're like, oh, I find it comforting because it's done well. It's either done well or it speaks to you on a personal level, or the game itself is really good, so you want to keep through it. Keep going through it.
The darker parts of Life is Strange really got me.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to see like where those characters were going. I think like that game is silly, and you can definitely tell it's adult French people trying to write teenagers in Seattle. But when it hits right, when it handles these like very dark subject matters, like with a lot of nuance and empathy, you're forced to make some pretty like heavy decisions of like, at one point you're asked like, do you call the cops? And it's not necessarily like I don't know if this is a safe thing to do.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to ask.
It's not an easy thing to do. And, there's some pretty macabre decisions that you have to make, but like, you get so invested in the characters that you're like, well, but I need to see the story through. So.
Okay, yeah. I do sometimes want to play more games like that because it is, I think it's really important for stories to have difficult subjects, despite what I said earlier. Like, not everything is going to be for you, yes. But I do think it's important for us to use art mediums as like a way to tell the uncomfortable parts of life and sharing those experiences too, just as much as we do like happiness, anger, sadness. We also have to share in like the painful stuff. That's part of like, and I think the reason it doesn't happen as often is because it's not as easy to market something like that.
No. But when you find it's yours, Yeah,
but also it's like, it's kind of anti-consumer because the purpose of a product is to like be frictionless, not challenge you whatsoever, get money out of you. And when you purposely make a piece of art that is like meant to disturb you, it's very hard to sell that. So like, it's a little, I'm saying that because it's like, it makes it difficult to market and therefore difficult for the larger consumer base to find. And I wish it wasn't, because I think, I don't know, there's a power in sharing in the human experiences that we don't want to talk about, because like maybe there is something you could find out about yourself that could help you cope with it or could help you overcome these pains.
Yeah, I always think back to like when I first played Yumeniki, and like I just got drawn into
there you
that.
Go.
I couldn't help it, and that was comforting.
But it's a scary game.
It's spooky. But it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I'll play more games like that.
I didn't mean to stack the topics this way, but here's another one that's potentially a little negative. I got a final question for you, Jorge.
Sure.
How much is too much comfort with addictive or low engagement games?
Before we get into that, real quick, we didn't really get so much into the challenging difficulty part of comforting games, did we?
Not as much, but I mean, I think it hits a lot of the same things of like Dark Souls, is hard. I really like Dark Souls, and I will replay that a lot.
There's a comfort in overcoming like
Yeah.
difficult odds, which just does come hand in hand sometimes with the difficult subjects. But
Yeah.
for me, like, I know for sure when I first played Ninja Gaiden, I was horribly fucking bad at it. But I kept going through it because it just fed me enough to tell me, like, you can do this. You can do this if you just practice.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I did feel like I overcame something. And I think that is in itself like, oh, I did this thing. There's a comfort in that. And people crave that sometimes.
I mean, a lot of the horror games, both in subject matter and also in difficulty, it's you get through to the end, even if your character dies at the end through the story or plot or whatever. Like, you accomplish that video game. That is its purpose ultimately, is like for you to see through like the whole game. It wants
and
to
it goes
be
into it goes into something you said earlier where it's like like getting better at the game becomes like part of the comfort. The routine becomes like part of the comfort. And then especially when you add the flavor of, well, I'm here because I did it, because I did good, and I went through the rough times and I endured, then that adds like an extra level of, I'm trying not to say comfort. But anyway, yes, now we can move on to the next point.
Yeah, so let's talk about addictive games, the turn your brain off games, shall we say?
The true turn your brain off games, yeah.
Yeah. Is it more than simple repetitive game bad, long complex game good?
So this question, I'm having a little trouble wrapping my head around it. Are you saying, do we have to be careful with equating comfort to addiction?
Yeah, where does it not become comfortable anymore?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I guess when I'm playing Ninja Gaiden Sigma, because I'm playing every single version of fucking Ninja Gaiden, then I'm going like, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people describe that like, oh, I just lost weeks of my life. I know plenty of people whose grades took a big hit when they got way too into WoW. And maybe they were seeking a little bit of that comfort, but it just took their life. They maybe got a little bit too much comfort out of that game.
I guess I'm trying to think of an example of a game where like I did play for a while and then I thought, why the fuck? Oh, Fall Guys.
Yeah.
You remember when Fall Guys was like big? Dude, I no pun intended. I fell into Fall Guys. I was like, I mean, it was a pandemic game. It was easy to become addicted to anything at that time, unfortunately. But like Fall Guys for me, I guess at first I was genuinely really impressed by it because I've never played like a competitive platformer, and I love platformers. I'm good at platformers. So I felt like, oh shit, I'm good at this game. It feels good to play it. And so I played it like every fucking day. I did like, I think the season passes would have like 50 levels. I would get all 50. I shit you not, the only trophy I'm missing in that one is the one where you have to win 5 rounds in a row, which in my opinion is fucking impossible, but whatever. But then there came a point where I'm like, I am no longer playing this out of comfort or joy or like a sense of accomplishment. I am playing this because I am stuck in my house and I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And you do kind of have to like recognize when your comfort becomes a little toxic, because you are actually wasting your time. You are actually throwing away your ability to do things in this confusion of like, well, I'm doing this for my self-care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this because I actually want to play this game for the 500th time. I don't want to engage with anything new in my life or enrich my taste in video games or learn something new about myself. I just want to play Fall Guys for the 60th time. Like, no, eventually you do have to be like, no, that's enough. I'm tired of people like being jerks to me. I actually don't feel good about this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get this trophy.
So
oh my god,
what I put is like, there's, I think a lot of these like loop style games, the best of them have a rhythm of novel challenge,
rhythm of the night.
And I think Thank you. I think the ones that really get me are the ones that are like after a while it is like there's no novelty anymore. There's no like being taken to like being transported. It's just like I'm just watching the numbers go up and I'm just caught in that loop of like just one more game.
Your lizard
I could
took
control. I could feel myself getting stuck in that with Peglin, which is Peggle plus a roguelite. And it's really fun. It is a good game. I'd recommend it. But I started to see like I had beaten the game with all the major classes, and like I'd seen kind of most of the things, and I'm like, I think I'm just watching these little orbs just bling 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 bling, and like I realized like if I don't stop now, I'm just gonna just keep replaying this game, and I had to like stop myself. I was getting a little too comfortable. The seat was a little bit too shaped like my butt. I was a little too cozy, hunching over and welcoming the warm glow of a little steel ball-bearing throwing goblin.
I think the problem is that it's a lot like a diet. You eat the same thing over and over again. It's not only gonna like kind of hurt you a little bit. You also need to recognize like, wait, I don't actually want to do this. I need variety in my life. I need to enrich my palate. I need to learn more about the world through food.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that way about games. Like, I don't fault people for playing their gachas for the rest of their fucking lives. I think it's their choice to make that, that is their choice to make. But I do I feel a little sorry for them because it's like you could be doing like all those RPGs you say you don't have time to play. You could be playing them right now if you just like gave that much effort and dedication to like literally anything else in your life. You could achieve more than just like getting that one PNG that costs too much money and you want to get for free with your in-game currency.
I'll do a counterpoint to that though, and I think a lot of the games that do these the best, your Slay the Spires, your Balatros, stuff like that, they're functionally just like a crossword puzzle, Sudoku, a Picross. Like it's just a little puzzle of like, okay, what's the order of cards I need to do to get through this challenge?
Yeah, of course. No one else needs to like. You don't need to undo like what the things you love. What I'm trying to say is like everything I said is how I feel, but that doesn't have to apply to everyone. Even if you have that one Picross comfort game, you want to do all 900 puzzles of it, then like by all means, right?
Yeah. But clearly, like we have been doing this for a very long time. You know, people do the daily crossword puzzle, or something like that. Like that's not a new thing, and like they're not stuck in the loop. It's just like a comforting little like problem they have to solve.
It's like you spend a lot of money and you bought that really nice God, I'm trying to remember that really good chocolate company. Shit, the one with the bunnies.
The chocolate company.
I'm gonna type good chocolate.
Are you gonna get the wrong Japanese person again? Because I really can't take a third. One.
I am so scared. I have been. Oh, by the way, you know Akira Toriyama. No, I'm gonna fuck up something again. That's why I'm like trying to be so careful now. Oh my God, why am I forgetting? See's Candies. So you buy that really nice Se's Candies box.
Mm-hmm.
You open it up. You got the 12 count, and you eat one, and you're like, God damn it, that was so good. Here's the thing. You don't eat that whole fucking box that night. You spent like $30 on it. You don't eat it that one night. You eat one at the end of the day, perhaps one every other day, and that is a moment you have to yourself where you're like, I just want this tiny little comfort for 5 minutes, promised to me for the next 12 to 24 days. I feel like that's the relationship we should have to like the Balatros, the Picrosses, the Wordles.
That's a pretty good point, because like I feel like there's a big difference between playing that every day for years just as a lunch break sort of game, versus
that's the point.
Yeah, versus playing it for like a 4-hour binge.
I'm saying, past me, you should have played Fall Guys like just 20 minutes out of the day, not 2 hours, not 3.
Yeah,
That's
and
harmful.
I think the problem is a lot of these games, like there's just not a good limiter, or it can be easy to just like do one more game when like, you beat it. Just take a break.
Yeah, that too. Like you get to a certain point, you kind of do have to define like your goal for yourself. You get to that point and you're like, I'm good. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
That's enough.
And a
for
lot
me.
of them do have like the daily challenges. So those can be a really good way of treating it.
No, that's fucking chores. Don't do those.
No, I mean like Slay the Spire's daily challenge, where it's just like you do this run with these rules.
I haven't even done the. How do you unlock daily challenges in Slay the Spire?
You just need to beat it enough times.
God damn it! I can't get past the second boss.
Oh,
well, all right, whatever. It's fine.
Get good.
Oh yeah. Well, shut the fuck up, Kyle. But yeah, I am like, I it's hard. The subject is always hard for me because like I have my like. Even honestly, even moral disagreements with some of the more addictive gaming experiences, particularly the ones that enable like the gambling part of your brain.
Yeah, I'm quick to point that out.
Yeah, and I appreciate that about you. We have that in common. We like there's just this like natural aversion I have to that because it is very easy to become addicted to those things and confuse them for comfort when they really are just like actively wasting your time and actively making you disengage with yourself as a person and your surroundings. I don't know, it's a little bit scary that is so popular right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was like when we all got way too into Animal Crossing in the pandemic, and we're all like trying to play that game for more than it should be in its given day, and we're all like time traveling so we can unlock the stuff when it's, it's that. I think like
people
you've seen the darkness in mankind's souls.
I thank God I was not into Animal Crossing. I have seen the 4-digit playtime.
You turn into Alucard when you
Oh goodness, yes, I almost did. But I had my own devils. I had my own demons, Kyle. I was playing Fall Guys while judging everyone else. So
the point being, I think you got it. I think you got it in one. It's all these great comforts. Like you gotta savor it. Like it's got to be something that you pull out when the time is right. That hits you when you need it. That's the little treat that gets you through the day.
It's a little treat.
Puzzle
yeah,
that you gotta puzzle you gotta solve. Like it's just, I don't know. I think what I've come to appreciate. Yeah, what I've come to appreciate about comfort is like you don't necessarily need to seek comfort. I think comfort finds you, and you just gotta be open to it.
I remember that's how I got into Dragon Quest XI. I was in a very low point, and I put that game on just because I was like, I just need something to look forward to at the end of the day, like every day.
Yeah, that's perfect for it.
And lo and behold, this is what brought me back to JRPGs, because I'm like, I discovered I don't mind a long game because it is something I look forward to. At the end of the day, I would spend 1 to 2 hours. And I learned that too. Like, yes, games are longer now, but all you have to do is spend just like an hour of every day. Play it regularly. Stop looking at the finish line. Stop thinking about where the end of the road is, and just enjoy that journey. And it becomes a comfort. That becomes the little treat at the end of every day. And you know what? The longer it goes for, the more treats you have. And then you get to enjoy that as a long time memory. I will forever cherish Dragon Quest XI for being that game that did that for me.
Yeah, and then you are open to it'll do that to you. And Sylvando will do that to you. He'll get you out of any
I love him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. Of course he is. Well, him and Eric, because Eric was kind of hot. But like, I love Sylvando.
I know you like Eric.
But yeah, what a great game. Anyway, yes.
But no, I think that's a great way to wrap up this topic, and also to a lesser extent this episode. It's that you are open to new experiences when you let your comforts find you. And I think the bad really only comes when you're seeking too much for yourself, when you're taking other people's recommendations for comfort that aren't aren't something that is necessarily like safe or good to recommend as a comfort. Like, or when you're playing a hard game that's not the kind of hard that you want. Like, comfort is like it's not a turn your brain off thing. I mean, again, yeah, I get
not,
it.
Yeah.
It's something that like is solving a very like specific need that you have, and it can be the same thing every day. It can be a like lots of new novel things, but yeah, like I think the beauty of games and comfort is that like it's the problem solving it gives you is interesting and novel and unique, and it's just gonna have to be the right problem for you to solve when you need it.
And you know what? We should turn our brains off less, actually. We've done enough of that.
Yeah.
We should engage more.
Well,
actually.
Rather than turn your brain off, let it wash over you.
Oh, you know what? Turn your brain off, but turn your heart on.
Ooh, you got it. We can't keep talking. That's too good. I'm sorry, Jorge. We got to move on. But you know what? I'm not.
I see the cue card saying "wrap it up." I get it.
I do. But also, I'm not going to trick you into the question zone, Jorge. I'm going to gently just carry us both into the question zone.
Welcome to the questions.
Wasn't that relaxing?
Oh, yes. Wow. We got a lot of questions, Kyle. I actually forgot that we did. So thank you.
I solicited for some comfort games, and we solicited a number of questions. You can contact us at brainlordspod@gmail.com. And our first inquiry is from
Merlin, yes, really?
Merlin, yes, really. Who says? And this was
a real Merlin?
I guess so. Yes, really.
Holy shit.
Nice. And yes, I asked people just for any questions, but also for what their comfort games were and why. And a lot of y'all showed up, so thank you. Merlin, yes, really, says Dragon Quest / Warrior on NES, grindy.
Of course,
but even when
Merlin like those because they're fantasy.
Because it's a quest. Grindy, but even when years go by between plays, it's accessible enough that I know when to move to the next patch of monsters to continue to level. Crystalis on NES, similar feel.
Let's go.
But more action oriented, still heavily level gated, so grinding in a spot is expected. Fantastic.
Underrated
soundtrack.
SNK game. That's an SNK RPG, like one of their early games. It's pretty cool.
Don't play the GBC version, they say.
No, actually, he's right. Yeah, thank you.
And Bionic Commando on NES. Flying through this one regularly feels good. Fun to punch through the reskinned authoritarian WW2 forces who thought they'd resurrect their leader for a rematch. His head explode.
Did you ever see that, by the way?
What, the ending?
Yeah.
With like Mecha Hitler? Yeah, I've seen it.
His fucking head blows up.
It's great.
Did you know we actually made a shirt at Fangamer of Hitler's head exploding?
I did not.
We had to censor it, but yes, we had an actual Capcom approved an exploding Hitler head shirt. If you can find it, please look it up. It's I'm glad you brought up Bionic Commando, Merlin. I actually really like the
oh man, that rules.
I really like playing as Nathan Spencer in MVC3. Never played the reboot though. Okay.
No, these are all nostalgic hits, and it's like, yeah, that's just they go through the motions.
Our next question is from pork buns. Sorry, I wanted to do that.
No, you're good. Hi T.
Do you want me to read the question?
Yeah, no, go for it. I just know
sure.
this person.
Oh, hello, Kyle's friend. I bet you're not a real pork bun like Merlin. So, Into the Breach, the turn. I fucking love Into the Breach. That is a comfort game for me too.
Even though it's stressful
for a while. It's fucking stressful, but I love it. It's got one of the best soundtracks in a scary strategy game. The turn-based nature of it is soothing since I don't need to use reflexes, and it's like a casual chess game. Yes, that revolves in 5 turns per battle and keeps me engaged enough that I feel my comfort was still productive since it's a roguelike. You know, I love how Into the Breach feels like a board game. I have rarely played a video game that feels like I have toys inside of a video game and I'm playing with toys. Having being able to customize your team, excellent feature. I fucking love that game.
No, like especially it really clicked with me when you get the second team. That's when I was like, okay, this game rules.
I loved unlocking every team because they all. Another thing that's brilliant about that game is how every single team operates so differently than the last. Mm-hmm. Just every creative thing they come up with.
There's a comfort in playing the team that you know is the best, and then there's a comfort in making the team that you don't like work.
I'm a basic bitch. Oh no, you're right, because I did the basic bitch run. I played the Frozen team, the Ice team, which are fucking broken. The game is like a joke if you play that. And then I played I think the Bomber. It was either the Bomber or the Fire team that's like really hard to play with, and I did enjoy that too.
Our next comment is from Meteora Horizon.
Meteora Horizon.
Who says, my favorite comfort game to load up when things are tough is Slime Rancher. You don't even need to focus on the ranching part. Sometimes it's just nice to sit back and watch the little slimes bounce and jump around. Another one I like to pull up is any form of city builder. It can have whatever mechanics or description, but anything that lets me build a city and sit back feels so nice. Building up a city bit by bit, setting up the routes, listening to your people ask for things. Ratopia is a cute style one I like. 4X games too. Just helping people, even if they're digital, is really nice. And
that's like a cool thing.
Your Sim Cities and all that, your city skylines.
Thinking of a sim like helping people, that's such a nice way of looking at it.
Yeah, Izzy's really into Planet Coaster a lot, and that one can be really relaxing.
I don't think I even heard of that one.
Oh, it's great. Tim Guthrie does the soundtrack.
Nice.
It's a roller coaster tycoon style of game, but it's just a modern one of those. I don't know if there's anything too much more complicated than that, but
okay. No, I've never played this. This is cool. Nice. All right, I can do the next one.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I can't think of anything silly, so I'll just say Tyler says The Outer Wilds. Oh, a game I've been meaning to play forever. I first played it in the early months of the pandemic, right in that period of time when for brief moments it really felt like the world as I knew might end. And it helped me find a sense of comfort I didn't know I needed in the face of events outside of my control. It's a game that's both thematically and aesthetically about finding calm and comfort in the face of cosmic dread, despite famously being unreplayable. Oh, that's right, because like once you finish it, like knowing
the answer to the puzzle.
Yeah, knowing the puzzles just kind of takes away from the experience. I put it up fairly often just to wander around Timber Hearth for 22 minutes or speed run to the end so I can experience the campfire scene one more time. It's a balm for the soul.
You were exactly right there. I can't think of anything silly, so I'll just say Tyler. It's just nice to be in that world.
I promise that is definitely in my to-do list. Like everything I heard about it, I first thought this was just like a crafting space game.
You mentioned that.
And then people were like, no, it's like completely not that at all. And I'm like, every time someone describes it to me, I'm like, this sounds like my shit, actually. I really want to try it.
And like there's also something kind of comforting too to the fact that like, yeah, you do die, but sometimes it's just like, you know what, this is funny. It's like in it's like, you know, halfway through the like live die repeat where it's just like, fuck it, I'm done, and he just like offs himself because he knows he's gonna loop again. Sometimes you just bump your ship too wrong and you're like, screw it, helmet off, like let's just do this again.
Oh my god.
But it's just like it's so mundane that it's just like, yeah, whatever, man, let's just
after this I want to ask you if you have a comfort game actually that you can put in here, because that's something I want to know.
I'll throw in some more.
Okay.
But first, interesting MTG art, aka Tori. Hello. Another person I know says Slay the Spire 1 and 2 plus Balatro. I find the chill card-based roguelites are great games for getting into a flow state that lets me tune out the bad and hone in on fun.
Absolutely. Balatro
Final Fantasy is
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, Slay the Spire. I never played Balatro. Slay the Spire is really good for that.
Oh yeah, no, it's been great. They also add Final Fantasy 14. I think the spaces
14.
players are able to run around in within Final Fantasy 14's world feel very homey and well realized, even if they don't always feel alive.
There's a lot of homies there.
Eorzea and its
Eorzea.
adjacent zones are comfy places to be. And yeah, I think we hit that a lot in this episode of like sometimes it's about just being in a space. And
Eorzea.
you know,
Eorzea.
it's your brain taking a walk, I guess.
14 also has that, like, it feels like you're in a fucking carnival party all the time, but then you can like take a step back, traverse the forests, the landscapes on your own, and just that's something I actually liked about 11. There's a lot of like downtime between areas, and it just kind of puts you in a zen, like just reflect on whatever you're going on through your mind. It gives you that
you
time
need
to
that
do it.
downtime. It makes the uptime all the more interesting.
Mm-hmm. And finally, from Enes Rook Bosch. I'm going to say Bosch. That'll be the third thing I get wrong if it is. Balatro. It is so mind-numbingly difficult that it erases all other thoughts I have. Oh, okay, I get that, actually. Yeah, I'm feeling that.
Yeah,
Family troubles,
like,
layoffs? No. Mm-hmm. Go on.
I was just saying, yeah, it's hard to focus on like something that's stressing you out when you have an even bigger stress immediately in front of you that's just meeting the blind.
Yeah. There are, like, when I was stuck in Doku boss fight in Ninja Gaiden, I was like, right now, all that matters is how do I fucking beat this guy?
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
and I looked up videos and I focus. No, yeah, it's it. Layoffs, no. There's only the cards you need and the cards you drew instead. I get that feeling so much. The reroll you wasted your money in the shop, and the stupid fucking boss blind that wrecks your econ. It is impossible to think while playing it. Yeah, I think sometimes a game that like has to engage all of your senses is really helpful in taking the edge off of like the daily troubles and struggles.
Yeah. And you know what, like this is also like this game gets added to the list of like turn your brain off games. So like, but this person is describing it as like, no, my brain's on.
Yeah, I appreciate this perspective because I thought Balatro was just like a push button, card comes out and number goes up. But now I'm thinking, oh wait, no, once you give a shit, it's the opposite. You can't be zoning the fuck out. You need to pay attention.
I think a lot of these games that are turn your brain off games are just so transporting that like you don't realize that like no, your brain's on. It's just you're not having to force it.
I'm telling you, we need to stop this turn your brain off shit. I actually think we don't even call this shit turn your brain off anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of demeaning. You're literally saying, I gotta be stupid to enjoy this. Like, no, let's not debase ourselves anymore. Let's stand up and say, you know what, Balatro, fucking hard. I actually need to think about it. And it's good because I'm not thinking about the shit that's bothering me.
Yeah.
Good job.
But then also
Dennis.
It feels extra good when you beat it with just vibes. You're like, let's just flip. Yeah. You feel like
Oh my god. But anyway, yeah. Hey Kyle, I want to ask you, what is a comforting game to you? Like what name one game that you can say got you through a hard time.
Got me through a hard time.
Yeah.
Let me scroll on Steam for just a little bit longer.
I can give you one while you look it up. There's
a game. I think I have one, but
I'll give you the time you need. I'll give you the time you need.
Yeah, keep talking.
Keep talking. No one explodes. No, that's not the game. I was just making a joke. So a game I always think about that really got me through a difficult time is actually Mega Man Legends 2.
Yeah.
I remember I was going through a lot of personal family hardship, but like my parents were kind of butting heads the most during that time. That was like right before, I want to say shortly, a few years before I left home. And I remember I got my own room. I had just gotten my own room because my grandma moved out, and I got her room, and I moved all my shit in there. And there were times where like things were really, really fucking rough, and I would just close the door, lock it, and turn on Mega Man Legends 2. And that theme that plays when you're in the what's the ship called that you travel into? You remember? the flood or something. Anyway,
well, the flutter's the no, you're talking about like the big ship. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like the hub area. I forgot the name, but there's a theme that plays in it, and it is like engraved into my memory. And every time I listen to it, like when I'm listening to the soundtrack, it really brings me back to like being in my room alone, trying to not to get serious or anything, but like trying to disassociate, trying to like let myself be in this place at this time, be mindful of like the game I'm playing. And Legends 2, you know, I always value it for that because it was kind of like an escapism from the pain. It is called the Flutter. The Flutter.
Okay,
theme.
yeah. Your main ship is the Flutter. I was thinking of like the big one you start on, but
no, you might be thinking of the one with like the classical music in it.
Yeah,
which has like actual public domain music in it.
Yeah, but it's got like I think I'm not gonna pronounce this right, but like Gymnopede or whatever. Like I really like that classical
I don't know
song.
what you're talking about.
And
that now every time I hear the soundtrack, this one for some reason hits me the hardest, and it's because of that. It's a bit of a bittersweet memory, and it's a little painful sometimes. But knowing that I had an option that wasn't like harmful to me, that I was able to play a video game, and that's all I needed for like an hour or two to like get me through the day. Being able to resort to that and not turn to like other methods that could have, you know, done irreparable damage to me. I don't know. I value that. I always think of that. Mega Man Legends 2, shout out for some reason. That game found me at the right time.
I will say for mine, I think it was Lunacid, not too terribly long ago.
Lunacid. I have that in my wish list, and I think you recommended it to me.
Yeah, it plays similar to like a Kingsfield style game. It's a first person dungeon explorer RPG. It's also a bit of an immersive sim style game in which like you're given a lot of tools to solve your problems that aren't necessarily just leveling up. You can solve a lot of problems by like making a spell that summons coffins that you can jump on top of to get over areas. I was just going through it, and I think things were like starting to get like a little bit better. It's one of those games that's like, it's kind of stressful, it's kind of dreary, but like I don't know, it grabbed me just the right way, where like I wanted to explore in this more dreary world. I wanted to get through it, and the game has some pretty endearing characters. And by the time you beat the game, you do have the sense of like, yeah, you know what, they're here for me, and like I got through this, and this was a weird, hazy, bad dream, but like that's not too unusual of a feeling. You are not alone in sometimes feeling like you're lost. You're in a weird haze that you can't quite solve, and your friends will pull you out. You'll be okay.
Okay,
but
give it a shot.
I was compelled to see it through.
Good shit.
And while we're recommending some games, why don't we just jump straight into the rec room?
That's right. We reckon the rec room.
Oh, the reckoning room. But yes, I'd like to end with a trip to the rec room, where we recommend something inside and outside the world of gaming.
That means stop playing video games, loser, dummy.
Yeah. And then when you're done, go back to playing video games.
Okay, yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
who
then
wants
you
to
enjoy
go
the
first?
video games more. I can go first, real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Mine's pretty simple this week because I've been very busy prepping for MomoCon.
Me both.
And by the time you hear this, it will be over, and hopefully it will be a good one. But
hello, future me. You'll be fine.
Hello.
You were fine. You made it.
You got through it. It's fun. Remember how you played Genshin to Go?
Yeah, and then you saw the nice looking cosplayers. They were all hot and shit. That was nice, right? You enjoyed that. Okay.
Anyways, I would like to recommend. I have recommended it before. Look Outside. I'm recommending it again because it has gone through so many updates that it is functionally a new game. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
it's
God.
version 2.0 by now.
Now I feel like I missed out. I mean, I guess I could play it unpatched and then patch it.
It's not like a different game in the sense that like it's night and day. It's more like the amount of extra things that can happen. There's new endings. There's different things that can, like, if you miss party members early on, you can see them like as like enemies later on. There's more encounters. There's more. Just the game is
So
just
it's a
much
better
more-
game.
Yeah, it's like different in the sense that it is like the director's cut.
Wow. So quick. It got cut.
Yeah. So no, if you have not played it by now, like it's only gotten better, baby. I recently finally sat down and beat that game, and it is also like on this list of it's comforting because I want to see it through. I want to get through this spooky apartment building and survive the 15 days of a strange anomaly. And it just when I needed it, it was there, and I took a break. And by the time I came back, it was even more. So yeah, if you haven't played it yet, it's also $10. You should buy it. It's so cheap.
That's
I know.
cheaper than
Stop playing Mina the Hollower. Well, don't. It's probably really good.
Actually, no. Please play Mina the Hollower.
Yeah, please play Mina the Hollower. But when you're done,
Club games.
Yeah. And then my non-gaming recommendation, I would like to recommend Adult Swim's The Elephant.
Is that new?
Not it's recent, but it's not new.
Okay.
So Adult Swim's The Elephant, or just known as The Elephant, is a collaborative animation project between Ian Jones-Cordy, Rebecca Sugar, Pendleton Ward, and Patrick McHale, which are the creators of OKKO, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, and Over the Garden Wall, respectively. And the gimmick of this is that the Beast. they have a single story that they're trying to tell, and they each have a part that they take. It's Pendleton Ward, Rebecca Sugar, and Ian Jones-Cordy are a pair, and then the final act is Patrick McHale, and they don't know what each other is doing. They have someone who's like a kind of an orator, like a game master almost, that is like helping them answer questions. So they have maybe the themes that they need to hit. They have certain things that they can address, so that it's cohesive. It's not just random. I mean, it is random at first, but like it's a story about like like going through a massive amount of change and not really knowing like where you are in the world, and so having like drastically different animation styles and drastically different characters, like it's a story designed to fit that chaos. I mean, I kind of recommend just go into it blind, because it's just cool to see where it goes, and like it is actually kind of meaningful and poignant and beautiful at times, and other times it's silly and dumb. But I think it hits a lot of the same notes of like, you can see all these animators that like do all your favorite cartoons, but like this is something new and fresh and weird and like silly, but also like sincere. And it's just great. I don't think enough people watched it, but yeah, it's on HBO if you got that, and it's on the internet if you just type in the search engine. You can find it. You're smart. I believe in you. But yeah, I recommend it. It's also only 23 minutes, so it's like just watch it and enjoy it and have an emotional response and be like,
so it's like, I don't know, it was a one shot.
Yep, that's all it is. Because I've been rewatching a lot of Steven Universe and Adventure Time lately, and I think that's been my comfort lately, and that's something new with all of these folks that I would recommend. So, what you got, Jorge?
Cool. I'll check those out. For video games, speaking of games with difficult subjects done right, I actually wanted to talk about this sooner, but I couldn't because it was my Rec Room pick. Is a game called Love Eternal, which came out
I want to play
recently.
that so bad, but I'm too busy.
I played the demo. The demo's only 10 minutes. Just spare the 10 to 15 minutes to play the demo. Even that short amount of time, it goes places. It really impressed me with like. At first, I was. I'm always afraid with these games, Kyle, because like I'm always wary of like how developers and creators handle difficult subjects, because it can be painful when it's done wrong. But man, for this one, I really want to play the complete one so I can vouch for it fully. But at least the demo, I was like, this is doing it subtly And if you know, you know, and I love that
Yeah.
about it. Like
The thing I've heard, and I can't spoil it because I don't know any of the contents of the game, but from what I have heard, it does some mixed media stuff that is like, ooh, like it's not just a platformer. It messes with its formula. It plays with what it means to be a game and how it can present its story to you. So I've heard some cool things.
I'll spoil this. It starts out, and it was losing me because it starts out with like the opening cutscene, and a bit of a pet peeve of mine with indie games is when the opening cutscene is too long and it relies too much on tell, don't show. And it was doing that for a little bit, but then at the exact moment where it could have gone wrong, it does something that made me go, let's fuck, this is it. This is the juice. This has the real thing. So I wanted to keep playing. Honestly, the demo is too short in my opinion. I wanted to keep playing. The gameplay style is it's a lot like Celeste, Super Meat Boy, where it's like more platformer, hazard, just single screen, like make it through this and then get to the next area. So in that respect, it's not exactly novel, but what it does well, like you said, is that in between those very standard gameplay moments, it just does interesting things to keep you thinking about like what's going on. It's not telling me anymore. It wants me to think about it. And I love that about Love Eternal. So I really recommend it. It's actually really cheap too. It's like $8. I can't wait to play the full thing. I really want to get it soon. Nice. And then for my non-video game pick, I just got out of the theater yesterday after watching Gundam Hathaway, Sorcery of Ninthserk, the second chapter on the Hathaway adaptation.
I want to see it. I can't wait to. It will have to wait. I'm glad that you recommend it.
I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know how long it's going to be in theaters. Apparently, the opening weekend was amazing for it in America.
That's good.
It was pulling in like 800,000.
People really like Guns N' Roses.
I will say, like, this one a little too exposition heavy compared to the first one. It really wants you to focus on the geopolitical shit. And that I don't have any problem with that. Gundam always is a slow burn, especially like the more political ones. But for this one, I was like, the first one we got exceptionally well is how every character's line of spoken dialogue built them up as people, like told you more about their characters. And I feel like that was missing in this one. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong, I still liked it. I just don't think it wowed me. Like, it needed more of those, like, of that pacing that the first movie had, where it knew how to balance like the chatty slow burn with like the explosive like battles and like scary war stuff. And the second one I feel like doesn't do that as well. I will say it ends with a bang. Like the ending in 2 was insane. So I did appreciate that. Like it as soon as I was like, it was losing me, it did something and I went, oh, okay, hold on. We're back, baby. We're back. So yeah, I temper your expectations a little bit. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but it was still pretty good. And I hope it was worth turning into a trilogy. I really think it should have been a 2-movie thing, but everything has to be a trilogy now, I guess. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm tempted to read the novels just to like get ahead of it because I don't want to wait another 5 fucking years to know what happens.
Yeah.
And it's a really old novel. It came out in like the 80s, so I feel like it's nothing is necessarily a spoiler at that point if you read the books. But yeah, I recommend it. By the time you read this, it might not be in theaters anymore, so just wait until it's on streaming.
You'll find it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I actually will have one final recommendation, Jorge.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
I was mistaken. Evil Rose is not the greatest character in Rumble Roses. It's Noble Rose because I
saw her. She's Cutie Honey.
They got Cutie Honey at home.
It looks like Cutie Honey.
But a little bit of Utena and the boots and the leotard and the cape.
She kind of rules. She kind of fucking rules.
That's rules.
Wait, do you know this about me? I fucking love Cutie Honey. Like,
I mean,
she's like one of my favorite anime characters.
It's like
ever.
This is new information to me, I guess technically. I think I've heard you talk about it like getting excited for a figure before, but this is the least surprising information you've ever presented.
I am Gona Guy is my problematic favorite. I'm sorry, like.
Here's
two of his characters are like top tier anime women for me, so like I have to stand up.
Here's my recommendation: when you go to a workout, listen to the Cutie Honey theme. It's really good.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Well, for the audience, yes, do that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you ever read Cutie Honey, just remember Gona Guy was fucking crazy, and I'm not gonna apologize for all his like unhinged shit. But there's like nuggets of good in the stuff he makes that just makes me almost want to be a Gona Guy apologizer, although I will never be, because fucking Devilman Lady exists and it was insanely stupid and fucked up and I just hate it so much. Anyway, sorry, that was my little Gona Guy rant. As long as every time I am about to apologize for Gona Guy, I just have to remember Devilman Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the ending to Devilman Lady. This dude does deserve some of the fucking shit he gets.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that's it.
But then simultaneously, it's like honey.
Simultaneously, he also made one of the most aware anime characters in Great Mazinger, or was it? It's the Mazinger sequel, where another pilot. Is it Great Mazinger?
It's pretty good, Mazinger.
No, Great Mazinger is the original. No, it is Great Mazinger. That's the one there. Tetsuya is in.
Mm.
Yes, because like his love interest is like actually hold up, Tetsuya. God damn it! If I get another thing wrong today, Kyle, I need to fucking look this up. I'm so sorry. My reputation is at stake. Yes, Tetsuya's love interest is like a half Asian, half black woman, and the show does not shy away from her struggle because of that. There are plot points of her like feeling like genuine conflict about her mixed race, like because of how people treat her. And again, it's like, God damn it, like for every fucked up thing Gona Guy does, he just gets one thing extremely right.
Yeah.
And it's upsetting to me because then I have to again ground myself in like Devilman Lady.
I mean, look,
Lady. Don't forget what he did to Devilman Lady.
Humans are messy and complex, and you know, your Suda 51s, your Gona Guys, and it's all of us.
Yeah. And I wish I could write stories like him, where it's just like a stream of consciousness, like wacky, goofy fucking shit that just nails like it just nails that genuine personality of whatever the artist wants to do, which is just be genuinely themselves in their art. And I do admire that about him.
Maybe you'll find some comfort in that.
Comfort. Wow. That was our episode. Thank you, Kyle.
Wow.
Let's go to bed.
Yeah. Well, this has been Brain Lords, the hard podcast that creates soft gamers. You can find us on social media at BrainLordsPod. If you made it this far, please help us grow. 5-star ratings, word of mouth, whatever hype bullshit is on YouTube. You can
like our YouTube videos, please.
You can find me on social media as Cute Monster Props or on my website, cutemonsterprops.com. Jorge, where can they find you?
I am currently apologizing to Yusuke Murata for confusing him for Hitoshi Ariga, and also to the Mega Man community and to the Illusion of Gaia community. I apologize for getting that wrong. I'm so embarrassed. But yeah, you can also find me in all the horrible social media places like Twitter and shit and fuck and piss and poop and Blue Sky and Instagram, Art of JMV or J-Man Velas, either one you can find me at. Please support the YouTube channel. Actually, that's the one thing I care about the most. Oh, yeah. And Fangamer JMV Collections, I'm on there. Some cool stuff is coming, Kyle, but it's going to take a while because product design is fucking hard.
You're good.
And it takes a while to... Did you know boats have to like cross an entire ocean to put shit in this country?
A lot of the time, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's people who don't know that should know that. Anyway, so the fucking please support us. The YouTube channel is growing. We have 200 subscribers. I'm very happy about that.
You can follow
let's aim for 500.
You can follow our Blue Sky, where I'm always posting solicitations for these questions. So if you wanna get in,
please, yes. Kyle's cat did
knocked over a prop.
Kyle's cat attacked.
But
Crisis
yeah,
averted.
we're always sharing funny pictures of video games and asking cool questions for you to jump in on this podcast.
By this point, it will have already happened. But please check. We have a MomoCon panel. We are gonna kill it. I hope we did. Future me, you killed it. You will kill it, future me. I'm sure you did. If you're hearing this, anyway, yes. But we'll try to upload it to YouTube so you check it out. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right.
Realistically, it'll probably be the next thing that happens after this episode. So sweet.
How about we unplug this shit instead of plugging shit?
Oh yeah, let's get cozy and let's get comfortable. And by that I mean let's go to bed.
Let's go to bed and yeah. All right.
Well,
is that it?
No, I got to do the one last thing. Questions, comments, and inquiries can go to brainlordspod@gmail.com. And you can find us on YouTube and all other places where podcasts are born. We have been your Brain Lords for this evening, reminding you to consume less, engage more.
And also,
that's our old one.
No, the new one is turn off your brain, but don't turn off your heart.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Noble Rose is cool, but Anesthesia is the best girl still. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll let you have this one. It's been a long day.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
I still remember the nostalgic drive back home from the Friday night Blockbuster rental. The only thing better is the anticipation built up from reading the instruction booklet. Hey, what gives? It's in black and white and it's really lame looking. Next week on Brain Lords, we take a look at the history and artistry hidden in the packaging. Special guest Minovsky article teaches us the art of the video game manual. You know, I can still smell the pepperoni pizza in the car ride home. I'm sorry, I'm really hungry right now.